いや、僕ね、初からまでね、膝生地を回すこと以外にほぼデータがなかったんですが、ただもんじゃないですね。
結構ね、ルイズ・プリモ選手の情報って意外と少ないですよね。
少ないんですよ。SNS でね、このピザ生地を回しながら戦う姿の動画がですね、めちゃくちゃバズったんですが、そのバズった以上の情報が入ってこないんですよね。そうなんです。
Out! The new Olympic event coming to the Olympics this year. Yet to be named. Bam. Gotta love it, baby. All right, way to start off the show, folks. Way to start off Fallout finale recap over here at the MCU'S Bleeding Edge. Let's start off with some questions right here off that hard-hitting video clips we had there to start the show off. I'll go to you first, Jermaine. What are your thoughts on the fucking pizza dough wrestler guy? That was some serious shit, right? What was it? What was his favorite move for you? Your favorite move he did?
The favorite move? When he was on his back.
Oh, you mean when he actually twirled the dough around his leg or whatever? Yeah, that was good. You're right. Yeah, and what'd you think of the new Olympic event that they're starting?
Jeff, you did it on purpose. I swear you did.
That's a new event. They're going to be adding the Olympics. They're trying it out.
I think a lot of people will have fun with that particular event.
What do you think it should be named, sir? Very tough to name. Quickie? Okay, Quickie. Mm-hmm. All right. Matt, I'll go to you first. Matt, what do you mean? You're already second. What am I talking about? This is a great start for the show, guys. Matt, what do you think? What's your favorite move? What's your take on the pizza dough wrestler?
Look, it's an interesting take. It's like, I guess that's Japanese wrestling, is it? It sounds like it by the commentary.
It's Japanese.
Yeah, so it's the equivalent of like Socko from Mankind, but it's pizza dough. He was terrible. Throwing
Wait a minute. What about the throwing the pizza dough at the guy and then he kicks him?
The throwing of the dough, it must be like Spider-Man's web. You just couldn't quite get rid of it. Like it was very sticky dough.
Yes, it was.
So I'm concerned about what he's doing to the dough before throwing it.
Did you see that kick he threw off that dough toss? That shit was savage.
Yeah, mate, he's brutal.
I'm telling you. And so what are your thoughts on the new Olympic event? Any thoughts on the name?
The 100 pump dash.
Nice. I like that.
I don't know why they're wasting time pulling the sheet over.
For real.
Yeah.
I mean, the Olympic ratings have been going down for the last couple of years. They need to, we got to spice things up a little bit, right? Cyber, sir, I know you're always a big fan of these kind of questions. Let me get you in here. Your thoughts. You've had a lot of experience with the pizza dough wrestler guy. What are your thoughts?
Well, let's see. I'm waiting to hear a Italian version. I want to hear like, "Hey Donnie, bring over the pepperoni." I'm expecting a little more from this video. It's not really high quality, unfortunately. I mean, yes, that is impressive. He's twirling around the dough, but I don't know if I'm gonna handle that or eat that after he's touched it with his feet and his hands at the same time, and it's around some other person. I just don't know. I mean,
that's a low budget operation, sir. They're reusing that dough from match to match.
Yeah, we realize that they use bat and rat and dog over there. So, we never know. You just might not want to try it. But if he brings out some, fettuccine dude, I'd be happy to try it. But yeah, I think he's great.
I wish we could get some more footage of him. I really do. And then what do you think of the new Olympic event, sir? Any thoughts on the name?
Hump Olympics.
Okay. All right. Ratha Khan, the youngest member of the panel, bringing the youth, the youth. What generation are you from, Rath?
The one that has the letter Z on it.
Oh, you're a Gen Zer. Okay. I forget what I am.
You're millennial.
Okay, I'm a millennial. Okay, thank you. You bring the.
He is a millennial. You know that.
I forget. I always get confused. So you bring the Gen Z perspective on the pizza dough wrestler. First of all, your thoughts on him and his tactics. Definitely got some skills. What do you think, sir? What about the pizza dough guy?
So I did research on him, and I learned that the other guy's supposed to be allergic to the pizza dough.
Oh,
that was the whole thesis about it.
Really?
Yeah, that's why it's like the guy caught the pizza dough, and it's like he's supposed to act like as if like he can't move or something like that. That's why the other guy was able to do a drop kick. It's not like the guy could just like throw the pizza dough away and keep fighting.
I don't know. Can you imagine if he didn't catch it and it just hit him right in the face?
Yeah.
Anyways, all right. So just to wrap up, any thoughts on the name? They're having a hard time figuring out the right name to brand this new event for the Olympics to really sell it to folks.
The quickie event.
Yeah. See, it's a tough one to name. It really is.
Like you're just poking fun at like the fact that people are lasting shorter in bed.
That's just a cool. That video is legendary.
And you're gonna participate?
Would I participate in that?
And would you win?
No, I would not win in that. No.
Okay.
My natural stamina is just way too fucking intense for all that. Nope. The only way that would happen is if I somehow did not get laid for like a really long period of time and couldn't masturbate too. Then maybe I could compete. We'll have to see.
Well, that's never going to happen, Jeff, unless you lose your hands.
No, it won't. Nope. I'm telling you. I'm very lucky. God blessed me with good D, and I somehow just land pussy sometimes. Like it just falls right out of the sky on my ass. I'm at some gas. It's 3 o'clock in the morning. And I'm at some gas station, and I'm like literally like talking to Cyber the same day, and like talking like I'm in the fucking crackhead dimension. Yet at the same time, somehow managed to go to a gas station at 3 a.m. and pull the gas station attendant and bang her the next day, right? Like looking like complete garbage, you know. On the same day that I'm talking to Cyber, and I'm talking about Sean Connery's ghost coming back to life and all this other shit. Remember that shit, Cyber? Hell yeah! There you go.
I do.
That's game, baby. When you're literally manic and you're like having a manic episode and you're pulling pussy.
So you're a sex maniac.
No, sir. Anyway, what's up, Marlo? How you doing? So, all right, folks, this is the MCU'S Bleeding Edge YouTube channel and podcast. I am Jeff S, aka TrueKnowledge. I am humbled to be moderating this finale of Fallout, this recap. On the panel this evening, my friends, and all, not first-time members of the panel, not virgins, all well-experienced panel members. Jermaine, Matthew from Down Under, Real Rathacon, a.k.a. Jassim, a.k.a. my little brother, and then, of course, veteran content creator YouTuber, my co-host and good friend, who puts up with my bullshit, Cyberneticshark, sir. What's up, brother?
Let's see. The ceiling, lights, the roof, maybe a sky, I think, something like that.
What do you think, Andres?
You mean literally what's up? Oh, I'm so sorry.
Before I go to Andres, what do you think his excuse is going to be for why he's not on yet?
He was getting a foot massage from Michael Jackson's assistant from the past.
Okay, word for word. Yeah, Jeff. Some of his messages are great. I got to tell you. Yeah, Jeff. Running a little late, sir. Internet is slow, aka time travel is crazy. There you go, folks. Andres, a pop culture guy. Big contributor here on the panel. Big member of the team. Time travel. Time traveler. Never know what you're going to have on the show sometimes. Anyways, it's good to see everybody. We almost had a massive panel tonight. We lost a couple people. So, shit was almost going to be like loaded. But everyone who's on has already been on to do a recap of a Fallout episode with us already, which is cool. When Andres comes back on, we'll have our full team. And episode 8 was a lot better than episode 7. I'll say that. Please, folks, support all the creators that are on the channel, especially, when we do plugs at the end of the show. Do things like write down their YouTube channel names or whatever the fuck you got to do to make sure you subscribe and, support them and all that. In the meantime, also, if you dig us live or if you catch this in our video form or audio form, do us a solid, like, subscribe, follow us on whatever platform you find us on. Turn off all the notifications or turn on all the notifications on YouTube for our channel. And let's get into this shit. Let's do this bitch. So, Fallout episode 8, coming off a pretty flat episode 7. I'll start with you, Rathacon. Youth we'll start with the youth power, right? What are your overall thoughts been on Fallout going into episode 8?
Going to episode 8, overall, it was so great that I never wanted it to end. Like, just everything, you know, how like the story builds, all that stuff. I gain an appreciation for the whole universe, and I understand why a lot of my peers growing up, they all get excited about the next Fallout game. So, yeah, I didn't want it to end, but sadly, it had to end here.
Are you going to become one of those people that, because of the show, is going to go out and buy one of the games now and try it?
I'm actually not a video gamer, so thankfully not.
Fallout is actually...
I'll be saving my money.
Sir, I'm not a gamer either. You know that I usually really only play sports games, but I like Fallout. Even I like it. It's actually really solid.
Like, you actually have the video game.
Yeah, I still own it. I think I have one of them. I gave my other ones to my son. But no, they're pretty solid games. I made a lot of them. Jermaine, your thoughts, sir? Fallout, a la, you know, through episodes 1 through 7, where were you at with the series?
I think I would give it a 7. I think I don't know what the writers were trying to do. What I was excited about, what I wanted to learn more about, they didn't give me a whole lot of that. I guess they thought we would be much more interested in how everything came to be. I wasn't interested so much in that. I was more interested in Cooper's story. And towards the end of episode 8, they gave us they gave us a good bit of that, but they didn't flesh it out. to borrow a word that we're using.
This wasn't flushed, huh, baby? Like, you know, like a toilet with a big fat shit in it that just somebody just left for you. You know, no flushing. Anyways. And yes, we are going to get into the drinking words and all that here in a minute. Let's get this question out of the way. We'll let Cyber round this one out. I'll go to you, Matt. What do you think, Matt? Through episodes 1 through 7, where were you at with Fallout? I
think I mentioned it when I think I did episode 1 and episode 3 with you boys, that I really love it. I think it was really good. But I listened to what Jermaine said. I think what I reckon's happened is that I think they knew very early on that they were getting a second season. And it was obviously announced after 1 episode of it being released that there was going to be a second season. So they knew well before that it was going to be. I agree that I think that I would have loved to have seen a lot more Coop. I think he's the key character. He's the one I want to know the most about. But I think they probably realised early on that, well, we can do that in season 2. And we'll just keep people on the line until we get that story to be able to you know, peel it open in season 2. But look, I really enjoyed it. I'm a bit like about the Wrath of Khan, where I was sad to see it go. I really enjoyed it, and I did go and buy Fallout 4.
Did you really?
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
How is it? How is it so far?
I'm fine. It's good. It's fuck. I tell you what, there's a lot to it. But it's good. I'm enjoying it.
Oh yeah, once you get a feel for it, once you get going, it's pretty solid.
Yeah, yeah.
It does. There's a lot to it, though. You're right. It's very technical.
Yes.
You know, but that's cool. I think that's awesome, and I'm glad to hear that that so many of you, you know, don't want to see this end. That's a great thing to hear. It's a great feeling. You know, it's how I felt with Shogun, right? Andres, are you okay, sir? Okay, good to hear. Anyway, Cyber. That's sorry, I don't know what I said. I guess that was a big fuck you from Andres. He did not like that. Cyber, sir. Same question to you, sir.
What was the question again?
Sir, what was your take? No, it's totally fine. What was your take, sir, on the show going into episode 8?
My take going into episode 8. So like I mentioned last week, you know, we definitely got into it that, you know, that last episode was a very filler episode. And so we knew that this final episode would have to have a lot of information to kind of round out going into the next season. So, you know, going in, I was assuming that we were going to get a lot of information and that it was going to be kind of partially filler a little bit. Again, because of how much information they really had to go over. And so going into it, I was basically, that's my thought process was I'm looking towards a filler type of episode that kind of gives us a kind of a climax, but at the same time, it'll be kind of like to be concluded kind of conclusion. So that's kind of my thought process going into this film or this episode.
Okay. Andre is having Wi-Fi issues, I think, folks. That's why he's not able to come on or anything like that and whatnot. He's not trying to actually, like, you know, this isn't some kind of like blackface, you know, like political stance he's trying to make or anything like that and whatnot. This is actually technical Wi-Fi difficulties.
Thank you. Yeah, sorry guys, sorry about that. I'm here. Is my audio okay?
Yeah, so your audio is magnificent, sir. It's almost as good as the pizza dough wrestlers, you know, pizza dough rolling.
Oh, awesome. Well, that's good to hear. Yeah. Yeah. So, hello, guys. Sorry about the lateness. Internet's annoying me, and mirror showers as well. Time travel is really annoying. So.
Oh, okay. Well, did you actually get stuck in while time traveling and lost the ability to do video because, like, you're stuck like in like a time loop?
Yep. Well, fighting aliens. If you want me to go to the full story,
okay.
You know. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway. Yeah. Well, I mean, if you want to know, I was beating the Cybermen / Daleks, for the whole day. So that's what happened. Yep. Yep.
I actually talked about fucking aliens on Jermaine's show one time on Trucker's Delight. Did you hear that episode, Jasmine, that you saw? I talked about fucking aliens.
Bro, I think during the time you're talking about that, the Starbucks manager was yelling at me because his episode's playing out loud through my
One of the
laptop.
other guests was like, "Yeah, wait till you hang out, you meet one of those Klingon ladies, whatever." Whatnot. I was like, "Shit, give me 3 of them." You know what I'm saying? I'll show them Klingon bitches what's up. You know what I'm saying?
Wait, didn't you say one time you want to have Hobbit sex on Matt's podcast?
No, I did not fucking say that. What the fuck?
I think you said that. Sam's wife was mate, I think you said you fancied Sam's wife.
Oh, well, you know what? Yeah, maybe I did say that. She is pretty hot. Sam's wife in the Lord of the Rings. I would smash. Yeah.
Nah, I think you were obsessed with Eowyn. That's who you were obsessed with.
Yeah, Eowyn in that movie is something else.
Yeah.
Most definitely. But yeah, Sam's got a fine fucking wife in the Lord of the Rings, which we are reviewing in July, folks. So I'll have a chance to gaze at her again. Maybe we'll discuss her then. That's right, Jermaine. We're reviewing the Lord of the Rings, baby, in July. You better get your name signed up on some of the roster sheets, baby. Those spots are gonna get filled fast. I know Matthew wants another taste of Lord of the Rings. He can review them bitches 17 times. Anyways, folks, that's down the road. Oh, I keep hearing this beep noise that Andres is back. Andres! Are you drinking Four Loko? Oh, goddamn, Jermaine. You're going hardcore. All right. The new slant to the drinking game is very simple. Everybody's going to pick a drinking word. All right. I'll start. Then I'll go to Cyber. All right. And then I'll go to you, Matt. I'll go to you, Andres. You, Wrath. You, Jermaine. You know, and then that'll be it. So I'll start. Mine's going to be the word fuck. Cyber.
I just want to get this off my chest first. I like how we're copying a person that copied us to begin with.
Yes.
I just want to make that clear. You know, Jermaine, you naughty little boy. But anyways, I'll have to go with Ghoul.
Okay. Ghoul. Cyber, you actually got to go check out how they do it. I'm telling you, you actually would think it was pretty cool. They all drink, and like they actually get pretty lit. It's interesting to watch. If you're gonna rip it, you might as well do it. You might as well do it dirty, and they're doing it dirty. So go over to you, Matt. What is your pick, sir, for drinking word?
Oh gosh, this is difficult.
I know it is.
This is difficult because I want to get you really drunk, Jeff. So I just got to really be. Lucy. Lucy.
Okay, Lucy. All right, Andre's pop culture guy, sir. Andres, I'm asking you to give me a drinking word.
You're muted, sir. Or
You're
we
muted.
can't hear you.
Or we can't hear you. You know what's funny? I was watching Seinfeld this morning, and it was the episode where George is like all pissed off because he came up with the name Soda as a baby name, and somebody took it and was going to use it for their baby, and he got all pissed off. For some reason, I thought I was actually going to say Soda when it was his time to talk. Andres, I'll go to you, sir, as soon as you become you have the vocal ability.
Bro, look at the comments. He says Fallout.
Okay, Fallout. Okay, sir, I'm sorry. All right, Wrath of Khan.
I'm gonna choose the word Moldaver.
That's not a very good word.
I know.
Jermaine.
Matt actually took or used my word, so I'm looking for suggestions.
You could say sex.
Don't blame him for taking everything from you for 17 generations, whatever, because he's an Aussie. All right? So he didn't do none of that shit. Now, anyways, what's your word, sir?
That's so wrong.
Let's go with Cooper, or his first name, too.
Cooper?
Yep.
Jermaine, what am I supposed to say? How am I supposed to reference him if I can't say his two words?
Well, he only said Cooper and
Seaman.
He said Cooper and you. No, did you want it to be Howard and Cooper?
Yeah.
Okay, Howard and Cooper. All right, Howard and Cooper. All right, we got it. All right, we got it locked in then. Fabulous.
Was ghoul one of the words?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay. All right.
Cyber picked it.
Right. Okay.
So we've got fuck, ghoul, Lucy, Fallout, Moldover, and then we've got Howard, Cooper, or Coop. Good, strong set of words, gentlemen.
Wow.
So, episode 8, The Beginning. Directed by Wayne Yip and written by, tough one here, Gursimran Sandhu. Now, basically, guys, my outline is that much. This is my outline. Nothing. I didn't take any notes. So I'm just going to work off the wiki summary and let you guys just, do most of the talking and fill in the gaps. So the episode starts off with the Ella Purnell character and her brother, Norm, who is literally like I think he might be the Michael Rambeau Award winner of the series, to be honest with you, because he's like really like stood out for me big time, kind of as a secondary character. Independently learn the truth of the war. In different paths, sort of. While the ghoul also reminisces about that truth.
Drake.
Pre-war, the Seaman eavesdrops on Barb and her colleague Bud Askins, the creepy Bud Askins. To his horror, learning they're explicitly managing Voltec's plans to start a nuclear war to eliminate its competitors. Cooper, drink. Cheers. Also meets young Betty Pearson and Hank McClane. I'll stop there. That's a lot right there. The scene with Walter Goggins playing as Mr. C, right? When he has the bug. Watching his facial expressions while his wife talks, the horror in his face was so deep, I thought, and like really well done. That it was really profoundly done. Well acted, I thought. Really well acted. And of course, that meeting was really interesting. And it worked out so well that he just happened to be right outside that meeting with the spy device or whatever, whatnot, the mic thing. the listening device that he had on his wife. So I'll go to you first, Mr. Andre's pop culture guy, since you were late, and we like to reward that over here at the Bleeding Edge. I'll go to you first, sir. What are your thoughts on the whole intro that I just laid out? I laid out quite a bit there. Your thoughts, sir?
Yeah. Can you hear me now?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I just want to make sure. Yeah, so this part was very excellent. I mean, the wonderful guy from Ant-Man and the Wasp, who's supposed to be working with Justin Hammer, but they did it in Ant-Man and the Wasp, was fantastic. Mr. G, if we want to call him. I mean, I agree with you, Jeff. The reaction he got when his wife was telling, the board of these, corporate business from, the F universe, from, Robotech or, Voltech and some of their other competitors was very shocking. I was like, whoa. And she quoted the famous line from the game, which was really awesome. If you don't know, that line is directly from Ron Perlman from the games. So it was really cool that the wife is the one that is say the famous iconic line. If you guys know what line I'm talking about during that scene. Man, fantastic actor. Like his reaction is just the horror of it. It's just so.
If you don't, Andres, I don't mean to cut you off. I'll go right back to you. Vulture.com, right, in an article literally says about the performance. Goggins' performance in the flashback scene, specifically as the Seaman listens to his wife drive the world towards annihilation, is staggering. That his acting in that scene is staggering.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I agree. It was very staggering. I mean, he conveyed all the emotions there just in an instance. And I was in the part of the beginning. One of these I'm so gonna miss this show is just the world building they just built. Like the way they handled the flashbacks and in the present day is so impressive. It's similar how Westworld did, the timeline, jumping. Here, this show did a really good job of doing that. And going back to see the Voltech, how they're promising their competitors to do all these illegal things in these, vaults. And, it's shocking. And I love the Easter eggs, like, of course, one Chinese guy saying that, oh, can I, create some of these super soldiers, into the immigrants? And I was like, what? I mean, crazy. Obviously the super mutants from the game universe, which is awesome. That was a little great, drop the needle there. And I love the production design. I just love that they referenced the Stanley Kubrick movie, Dr. Strangelove, the War Room, and just seeing that as in a corporate, meeting is kind of funny. But yeah, that scene was really awesome. And then seeing, the main, was it Hank, the father of our main lead, so young. And by the way, that digital aging there for him, for Kyle McLennan, really impressive, really good. I was actually surprised that the aging work on him, and it just now connect the dot. Like that was a great payoff to what we saw from the previous episodes that he knew about Hank from the previous decades. So that was a really great payoff. So yeah, overall, great part here for this episode 8, and I'm very excited to talk about the other parts in the episode.
Okay, Jermaine, my friend, your thoughts, sir, on that introduction, that big chunk I just threw out to you. What do you think?
So I definitely agree that he did an excellent job with his acting. There was just one thing that I was just kind of stuck with, and it was just it boggled my mind that he wouldn't know necessarily that he and his wife weren't on the same page as it related to what was happening with the company. The whole idea of working with the other companies. Okay, yeah, I get that he wouldn't understand what was happening there, but in terms of the idea that his wife's company wouldn't drop the nuclear bomb, I mean, maybe I just, I read into it, but she was basically telling him that her company was going to do whatever was necessary to drop a nuclear bomb.
Well, it was almost like, I think at first when he's listening to her, he like is hoping that he feels like and thinks that she's talking and she's going to come in and talk common sense to these people, right? And then she actually, it's worse. Isn't that kind of did you get that impression? Like that he was hoping for her to be like actually be a voice of reason.
He shouldn't have expected that. He should not have expected that. Shouldn't have. She works at the company. She's the one that's telling him that his thought processes were wrong. So why then would she say, when she's talking to people from another company, that she's trying to get them to do not business with them, but to work with them? Why would she not do anything other than what she did?
Yeah, I get what you're saying. Throughout the whole series, I get where you're going. Then it seems pretty obvious that she's pretty diehard with Voltec, which is a safe word for one night. Usually, if you use the V word, it's an automatic drink. So it's nice to be able to use it for once and not have to say stupid V, not be able to use the V words at all during the shows. Would you have anything else, Jermaine?
In that particular scene,
anything with the opening with Ella Purnell and yes, I'll swallow a drink, mold over drink, and her dad in that opening too, and her finally starting to like tell some truth, spit some truth to Lucy. There's other drink, and all that, whatnot, everything. And then, of course, at the same time too, you got Norm meeting Bud, the machine.
So all of that happened in the opening scene.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Okay. So I thought I wouldn't have put all of those pieces together. I wouldn't have thought that Moldova, whatever her name.
Ooh, Drake. I'm learning from Jermaine that you got to say drink and put your drink up and everything and whatnot and get people fucking going.
I wouldn't have known that Miss M knew
Hank?
Lady L's mother.
Okay.
I wouldn't have known that.
She said it in the first episode.
Really? Okay.
Yep. Yeah. Okay. Anything else?
No.
Okay, sir. Appreciate you. All right. Who should I go to next? I guess I'll go to Matthew from Board to Watch. Down Under, baby, at 11:30 in the morning.
Tomorrow your time.
That's right.
It's hard to argue that Walton Goggins is incredible in this show overall, but that part where he's so concerned about what his wife's going to say, but then she then talks about the daughter. So then he's that look of relief that, oh my God, okay. And then when she goes, well, we're going to have to drop the bomb ourselves. And then just his going through that whole gamut of emotions is incredible. Really, really cool. But I think that the whole show it's one lie after the other. Everyone is lying to each other. It is just, she's lying to him, as he becomes the zombie, he's lying to whoever he meets. Lady L's lying. Hank's lying. Everyone's lying. So this is the episode where I guess all the lies are unveiled. And first, it's Walton finds out that his wife is really the enemy, and capitalism will be the enemy of the earth. And then Lucy finds a drink. Sorry. God, that was a mistake. I tried to dodge it.
That's okay, sir. I mean, the whole point is that there should be some drinking during the drinking game. So good way to get it going.
Yeah. Lady L realizes that her father's lying to her. I know we believe that we're getting the truth from the older lady in the city, But but are we getting the truth? Is that the whole truth? Is that her version of the truth? I think we're thinking that what she's telling is the truth. So, yeah, the show is just built on everyone is lying to each other the whole time, all the way through it. So, I think it's incredible that the performance that really Walton Goggins is as the apparent, evil spirit of the show is really the moral center and the core of the show, which is, I can't wait to see what happens next with him.
I hear you.
Yeah. I actually thought it was good also because I guess we meet the Brotherhood again at the start where he's trying to fake the head, give the wrong head, and he's now being brought into. He gets another chance with the Brotherhood to have a crack and become a knight again, and I thought that was I really liked his character all the way through, but I think that it's good to see that he's going to get another crack as a knight, it would seem. But again, there's the lies. The girl lied that it was someone else that put the razor in it. So it's just all lies. The show's all fucking lies. That's all I'm saying.
That's right. You know what? In that opening that I laid out there, you do see that initial scene with Maximus, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's there. He
tries to get the head, and it's the wrong head, and they got to kill him. But yeah, it's good. Look, I think a lot of this stuff. I don't know if you realize, heaps of stuff happens before. It's like the soft opening. There's so much they cram into that soft opening.
I was kind of thrown off a little bit by the Maximus thing. I'm sure y'all will probably explain it to me throughout the show. I didn't really understand why they had no problem with Maximus, or whatever. Like they just let him roll or whatever. I didn't really get all that. But what else? Did you have anything else, Matthew?
No, mate, I'm good.
Okay. Hey, what's going on, Ira, in the comment section? Go over to you, Cyberneticshark, and then we'll let Wrath of Khan round things out.
All right. So we're going up to what point again?
We're going all the way up to the point where I forgot. Oh, we're going all the way up to the point where Norm actually finally comes across Bud in robot form.
Okay. So yeah, the beginning of this episode is really fantastic, I think. So the fact that it gives us so much information and gives us a good backstory on kind of, who really created the disaster, in the world, who dropped the bomb, and all this kind of stuff. And you get to see so many great kind of like characters we had not seen really before. They had been mentioned or briefly shown, but we got a little more sense of who these people were, and that definitely there was something in the mist here that was not kosher with what was going on in the world. Now, this film or show, sorry, definitely I love how it keeps that 50s aesthetic. I love how this, like, the flashbacks are very 50s aesthetic as well, when this is supposedly happening still in normal time. And, you get that great sense that, you're finally getting that information you were looking for. And I like that they really put that right at the forefront so that you weren't, like, waiting so long to start getting information. Walt Goggins, his portrayal in that beginning sequence is really amazing. Yes, I agree with everyone that has gone so far about his acting there, his expressions and all that stuff. He did a great job. He did a phenomenal job. You could tell exactly what he was thinking and how he was feeling through those expressions. And I thought Walt did a great job of bringing that to life and give us that really great beginning impression of, kind of where his character lies and kind of where he was at that point before we get him as the character he is now. And I really appreciate what Walton did with that character and how he gave us a completely two different contrasting characters throughout the series. And I think this was a great contrast for him too as well. Now, finding out that, that they're the ones that dropped the bomb and created all this because they wanted society to be a certain way that they wanted to. Kind of is interesting because if you think about it, you know, one thing that a lot of, you know, places try to avoid is one particular group of people being in charge of everything. And so this kind of thought process is kind of very prevalent throughout this series. And, you know, this right here gives you that full emphasis that there's this group of people that are like, we want all the power. So I like how they finally kind of brought that to a head too, of kind of like, yeah, this was just, you know, stupid people trying to do something stupid that created something that totally that we didn't need. And, you know, I think that was really great that they kind of brought that out right at the beginning of the episode as well. Like I said, to really get you into the episode. You know, leading up to that, leading up to Norm and his little entrance, just lots of great scenes, lots of great, you know, kind of information going on there that was really done well. And I thought a really good start to the episode.
You know, before I go over to you, Rathacon, I want to point out also that I missed this when I watched this. I didn't grasp. I won't lie. The rotting feral G at the dinner table with Mrs. M, right in the beginning with Ella Purnell, is mom, is her mother, which is pretty fucking crazy. So Rathacon, your thoughts are on that whole opening that we're talking about here.
Yeah, so I like how in the first scene, when we go back to Philly, and the last time that we were at Philly in this season, Maximus was actually fighting the G-Man. And we see now Philly's like peaceful, it's under the control of the Brotherhood, and just that sequence alone adds more good to the Brotherhood. Like the Brotherhood is known as the positive influence of the surface, while people like the communist and her gang are known as the bad influence, seeing what they did in the vaults during episode 1. Now, what was interesting was when Maximus gave the fake head and was about to be executed by the Brotherhood, interestingly, Dane steps up and like confesses that he put the razors in his own boot. And two things that I see is, number one, we never expected this. Like Dane in the beginning was very excited to be a squire, and then, you know, wakes up the next day screaming in pain. And then now in the end, you like hear him say that he actually did that himself. Like that is one plot twist right there. It's small, but that stood out to me, along with the fact that Quintus, the head of the Brotherhood, doesn't seem to believe Dane, but admires his loyalty. And I like this one quote where when Maximus was in prison, Quintus says, "Your entire life, you've been looking for a home. Build one with me." And he says that after—
he says that. What is this about? Is this an Andres pop culture guy fucking moment or what? You're what are we? You're like way in like the last stretch of the film now and shit already.
No, this is the beginning of the film, Jeff.
What the fuck?
This is the beginning.
That's at the start. That's at the start.
That's the start. Okay, all right.
Yeah.
Honestly, I thought there might be some Andres pop culture guy shit there for a minute.
Dude, Andres is laughing so hard, man. Jermaine, did you have something? Because I saw you were like this or something like that.
No, actually, I thought the exact same thing that you did. It was just it was awesome to see the pivot in him. Mm-hmm. It showed a different dimension, and what it left me wondering was basically, and I wrote it down, and I didn't bring it with me into the room, but basically it left me then thinking if I were, I forget that particular character, the black guy's character, Maximus. So so basically, okay, now you want me to fight for you, for what purpose, and to what end? And again, it leads me back to, for what purpose? Is it just for power? And so like that's where my head would be if I were Maximus in that particular moment. But I thought that wasn't, I thought that scene right there was awesome on so many different levels, and I think it kind of sets up for season 2.
Well,
I think so too.
Let me just say, let me acknowledge Cool Bro. Hey, Cool Bro. I see your comments, brother. I appreciate you. Go ahead, Matthew.
I think everything that Maximus is doing is for his benefit to get back to Miss L. I don't think this is about the brotherhood or anything anymore. This is I'm going to go very Jeff here and say this is all about him getting laid.
Yeah.
This is all about him getting back to Miss L. Like, this is all the decisions he has made since they got together and then separated is all about getting back to her.
Yeah, most definitely.
Yeah. Anyway.
Okay.
Back to you, Reverend Todd.
Okay, so back to the sequence, back to that one scene. If you pay attention to Maximus's facial expressions, you notice that he not only likes it, because he's been looking for a home for so long. Like, we see like how he came out of a refrigerator after a bombing, and then he's in the Brotherhood, and now it's like he finally gets what he's been looking for the whole time. But you also notice the conflicting look in his face. It's like, what does he feel conflicted about partnering with Quintus? And honestly, the whole like facial expressions, the acting, superb. Like, I believe that deserves a lot of recognition alongside what we saw with the G-Man when he was younger in that office. What else? Oh, finally, also in the beginning, there was an interesting quote that Barb said where she was like, most guys who drive a car this nice aren't willing to get their hands dirty. I don't know, I just found that interesting. Like, you just get to learn more about Mr. G and how, like, just that quote alone kind of like foreshadows why he was able to become, you know, the G-Man that he is today in the surface. How he's willing to like do stuff like drink radiated water, you know, eat butt cheek meat, all that stuff. That's all I have to say.
Yeah, they still didn't really explain some of the stuff. Like in episode 7, you see him eat again, right? Like he's eating and everything and whatnot. In episode 7, he's eating like sitting down eating the Brahmin or whatever, right? Like they've never explained if the G people need to actually eat, right? Or if
the video game you have to eat,
or if they just choose to do it. You know what I'm saying? Like, do they? I mean, you know, do they need the substance?
Yeah, bro, they're even eating at the Griffith Observatory too.
I need some Diddy juice.
I'm about that life. Ask P. Diddy. I just came from his house, even though I'm feeling funny after drinking P. Diddy juice. Wait, what the fuck? What's happening here?
Yeah, there you go, baby. I need some Diddy juice right now. Let's get it.
What was that for?
What do you mean? It was just a good drop, baby. It was a good drop, a good as they call it in the industry. You know, good drop. Yeah, with that clip, baby. Good timing. Trying to entertain people out here, motherfucker. What's up? Let's get it. It's Friday night. Let's light some motherfuckers up, Wrath. Let's go. Like you always say, brother. Let's get it cooking.
Yeah, let's get it cooking.
What you got, kid? Right now, you ain't hanging in the fucking. You ain't in the hanging in the Shogun fucking award game yet. You ain't even the fucking like you know in the game yet for the Shogun Award on the panel.
That's okay, man. I just like being on the show.
Oh, shut up. That's some weak ass shit. Whatever. I just want to be on the show. You were bragging about winning the Shogun Award just the other day in the fucking chat.
Well, when Cyber was moderating the last show I was on here, yeah, I won it. Matt remembers.
No, sir, it's very early in the game yet for the Shogun Award, so you're still, you're still in there.
I'm warming up, Habibi.
You're still in there. You just haven't had your intro music played yet.
No one's gonna marry you, Hernam. Like, you have a beard. No one's gonna date you, Hernam. You have a beard. No one's gonna be your boyfriend, Hernam. You have a beard. You are not a preference to a lot of men. And then I'll get like really feminine men message me, but that's not who I'm attracted to. Hannah, I like really masculine men because I am very soft. I'm so different to what you see like on TV. You know, on TV.
I've never seen you on TV.
Have you not? But no, generally you'll see, oh, she's strong. She's, what she's talking about is very powerful. Whatever people say. But then at home, I'm very quiet. I'm very feminine. I'm very soft. People don't get to see that side of me, But no, it has been difficult. Where I wanted to be married and have kids, I would never be a single mom. That's not what I've ever wanted.
There you go. Your own. You just needed your music, your video, your intro. All right, now I'll go ahead, Matthew. Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you were going to say something. Rathacon.
No, I'm good. I'm good.
Okay, Rathacon, sir. I'm sure you're going to be dropping bombs on the next set of questions. Did you have anything else to say about the opening, sir?
Yeah.
Let loose. Finish up. Let's go. Let's get it.
What's with the brain Roomba?
We're not going. That's our stopping point.
Oh, okay. Then I'm not going to say anything.
If you have anything else to that, go ahead.
The view of downtown LA in her layer actually looks nice. That's all.
Oh, nice, Ira. I like that. Ira, I like that. Bro, is that
dude, what is that?
That was fucking good, dude. Good job, Ira.
Ira's crushing it.
Ira, good one, brother. Nice. Andres, you had to get in there, you asshole. Fuck you, too. Fuck you, Andres. Jermaine's in here talking shit. Whatever. That's fine. Anyways, folks, I hope everybody out there has enjoyed the live stream. If you're drinking with us, good for you. Where we are at, in the episode, essentially, is when Norm, again, who's been like a standout character all the way, holding it down in the V's, throughout the whole show, throughout the whole series. Where we're at is basically when we do see, Bud Askin's brain in like a Roomba, basically, running like Volt 31, we actually see Norm bump into him. And it's pretty funny. Basically he's like holding up this needle to inject him with some shit or whatever, whatnot. And he's like, just stand right there and don't move and all this shit or whatever. It's pretty funny. The whole back and forth banter. Norm figures out pretty quickly that there's no danger there and he can just walk right around him. So he's just checking out the whole vault, right? And so basically, what Norm discovers in Vault 31 contains the cryogenically stored junior executives of Vault Tech, overseen by the cyborg brain on wheels of Bud, who traps Norm in Vault 31. Lucy, Drake, turns the head over to mold over, Drake again, who reveals that Rose had fled Vault 33 with her children years earlier, and that Hank had tracked her down and was responsible for the nuclear bombing of Shady Sands, turning Rose into, a feral G. I'll stop there again, because that's a lot. And I'll go to you, Cyberneticshark, sir. From where Norm first bumps into Bud in the Roomba, right, as Rathacon said, all the way through to where essentially we go over to Maximus again after, the reveal that, El Purnell's father bombed Shady Sands.
When she tells it to him?
When Mrs. M tells Ella Purnell.
Okay. All right. So this section of the episode is not too shabby. It's more information again, a little more, more information to really kind of fill out the series, get you up on what's going on. More of that classic kind of filler. And, I think that it's pretty decent section of the episode. I mean, Ella Purnell finding out certain things about her father from M, was quite interesting. She really looked like she kind of believed it, but kind of didn't believe it. She definitely was rolling around in her head, like, should I believe this or not believe it? But at the same time, I feel from all of her dealings with the upside portion of the world. You know, she's kind of learned how people are actually, you know, do things, how they really talk, how they really act, and stuff like that. And so she definitely, you can tell that she feels there's some truth to it, but probably not the whole truth. So I think she's learned that for her short time on the surface. And so you can really tell in that scene that that was happening. Now, with Norm finding that, you know, that vault, you know, and talking to Mr. Brain, as I like to call him, all Bud is the brain now. And as there's a Roomba, he kind of does look like a Roomba a little bit, but definitely that was cool looking how he's supposed to be like the brain still controlling this thing. And so that was kind of interesting. Like I would have loved to have seen them show us how they were able to come up with the technology to do that, to have where he's just a living brain. That would have been interesting to see, because the others, as we see at Norm and there, we see are all these cryogenic freezers that other Vault Tech people are in. And so, I mean, you get kind of an interesting idea. You get more, like I said, more information about kind of where the Vault Tech people are now and how they are, you know, they have been suspended in time for when they need to be thawed out, basically, after all the fallout is done. And, you know, Norm expressions I thought were really, you know, amazing too, just like Walt Goggins. You know, like I said, Moses Azarias, I think, is a great comedian, a great actor. He is super funny. I absolutely loved him on Hannah Montana. He was so freaking funny. But he really started to make breakout into films, having small little roles and usually playing bully type of characters. So it was kind of interesting to see him play kind of a different type of role, not being that type of bully character. And I think that really shows Moses's, you know, a wide range of acting ability. And I really felt we got some really good acting from him in this little sequence. And I think it was a great kind of time for Norm to kind of shine a little bit away from Ella Purnell's character as well. Him learning about these things opposite of Ella Purnell. So I really enjoyed that too. But overall, I thought, you know, leading up to Miss M explaining to, you know, Elle what, you know, her father really done, I thought it was, you know, a decent section of the episode. And I thought it was not too shabby.
Most definitely. Ira, we appreciate you in the comment section, brother. Way to stay, keep it real with the engagement, my friend. Way to drop some bombs in there too.
Yeah, the guy who said the beer lady is my sister.
Yeah, yeah, your sister, Jazz. Oh, you just got a PhD, Jermaine? That's nice. I like that.
Congrats, Jermaine.
Jermaine's dropping bombs in the comment section tonight too. What's good? All right. I will go over to you, Mr. Kangaroo, President Crocodile Dundee. You know, trying to accuse me of trying to bang fucking Maximus's fucking buddy bullshit or whatever. Matthew, what's up?
Oh dear me, mate. I'm just getting over chuckling at the comments on the show. Oh, there's one. Yeah, look, I think this is a good part. I think it poses this question that I wanted to ask was because we just previously we talked about Maximus, how he's at Shady Oaks and he's hiding in the fridge and that all comes to fruition as he's I think one of the reasons that he wanted to become a knight is because he does he see the knights at Shady Oaks? Is that one of the reasons as well?
Yeah, when he comes out of that lifesaver pod deal or whatnot, the first thing he sees is knights.
It's an Indiana Jones fridge, I think it is that he comes out of.
No, it was actually like a compartment for like a bomb, or something like that. When he came out, the first thing he saw was the Brotherhood.
So I guess he's thinking that it was the Brotherhood that has bombed. That really did that. Is that one of the reasons that he wants to be in the Brotherhood? Because are Vault-Tec and the Brotherhood together? Because it's obviously Hank that bombs Shady Oaks, right?
Yeah.
So he's the one who decides, well, we can't have people living upstairs. I'm going to bomb them because my wife's there and I'm going to kill everyone.
It pissed him off. Yeah, he didn't like it.
Yeah. But were the Brotherhood and Vault-Tec together, or were they? I didn't quite understand that part of it.
I don't know, but I'll tell you what, Ira, that's a great comment, man. You know what? Good for you, brother. You know what I'm saying? Seriously, dude. 20 fucking Thailand prostitutes in one room. Dude, if I were you, just a little advice as an older gentleman to a younger guy, if I would spread them out across like 4 nights and do like 5 a night. You know what I'm saying? For your money. You know what I mean? Like, you gotta be economical, right, Jasmine? You gotta be economical about how you do this shit. So
Ira,
you know?
let me Ira, I have personal experience in what you're going to go through. 10 years ago, we went to Thailand and it was my friend's 40th birthday, and a friend of mine took 3 girls back to his hotel room. And in the morning, my friend came in and there was 3 of them were in the bed, two girls and my mate was in the bed, and a third was sitting in the corner, a third girl was sitting in the corner. And my mate looked up at my friend who walked in the door and said, "These 2 were girls. That's a man. I made a watch." So be very careful, mate, because
nice. Good one, Matthew. I like that. I made a watch. I love it. I like your friend already.
Some of them,
Jermaine, you seem interested.
Some of them are selling the wrong goods.
Yes.
Okay, so you need to, and if you've seen Crocodile Dundee, he does the test in the bar in New York where he goes for the grab underneath. Just check, because some of them have still got the cock and balls down there, mate. Be very, very careful.
Thailand is known for its lady boys, sir.
For sure, and some of them are 10 out of 10 lady boys where definitely mistakes have been made because they are gorgeous.
But then some of them, you know what? Some of them, Ira, you might want to not have watch. And just try something different one night. You know what I'm saying? And you might as well start young, baby, and get like go true knowledge and just go all out.
So, mate, and some of them are so adept at the tuck that the front grab may not work. You might need to go from behind.
But you need the tuck, Matthew. When you're a straight dude, you need the tuck so that you don't have to see that shit. You feel me? You know, that's a part of that's a whole part of the deal.
Oh, Jeff.
I'm just trying to educate Ira for his trip. You know, I wanted to be prepared. You know what I mean?
Well, we're here as mentors and older gentlemen helping a younger man who's just graduated high school. We don't want his life to end before it's begun.
Yeah,
so just be careful.
And you're very young,
Dundee those balls.
You can't handle 20 of those prostitute chicks, man. You need start with 5, and see if you can even have sex with 2 or 3. Before you worry about 20.
But he might. How long are you going? If he's going for a week, that's doable.
I mean, what are you gonna do? Just have sex with one of them and have 19 of them watch? And maybe 8 out of the 19 might pull out a penis and jack off. And maybe that won't. Anyways,
wow.
So, anyways, Matthew, I assume you were you done, sir, or were you just
and one last thing, just on the brain,
some brains, yeah. Okay.
Shouldn't Norm just have kicked it over?
Yes.
It's not offering a lot. And I get that that's part of the charm, and it did make me laugh. But the brain, it's trying to get him with his, needle, but just kick it over.
Yeah.
Render it useless. Anyway.
Yeah, it was pretty fucking stupid.
Yeah.
I know, for real. I'm just the pop culture guy. I would have kicked it.
Absolutely, he would have suplexed it. He would have given it the pizza dough.
The pizza dough, the tossing kick. But he'd have to go low on him though with a kick. Go get low. You know what I'm saying?
That's it.
Andres, that was actually me throwing over to you, sir.
Well, thank you.
That was my pizza toss, you motherfucker.
Oh my god, the pizza man's return. Oh my god. Yeah, that brain robot was so funny. I was just shocked that we actually did that. It's kind of crazy that we had this and the Walking Dead spin-off show, The Ones Who Live, had robots for some reason in their episode, and it's just hilarious that this year is probably the robot year. Come on, I'll bet money in Deadpool Wolverine there's gonna be a robot, and that's gonna be Dr. Doom, and he has this huge robot in the void. I'll bet money for that. Anyway, it was very funny that Buds is alive. I was kind of shocked that he made it that far, but with his brain and the robot, that was kind of crazy.
the reveal of El Pernell's mother being the G creature, I was not surprised about that. I think it was kind of like they were building up to that, like, because we were seeing some flashback, her running to her mom, and then I kind of knew that the mother knew Rose as like a friend, and so I really appreciate that they paid that off, and we didn't have to wait for next season to kind of get to that. So I was very surprised that we got to that. But anyway, the makeup on that creature was awesome. I mean, it looked gross. It looked like very decay. So yeah, I thought that scene was great. I mean,
I saw Sale of the MCU girl on TikTok earlier looking like that with makeup like that.
Oh, okay. That's something. I think I saw. I mean, half of my cousins look like that.
Okay.
Yeah. Anyway, long story. They've been infected by nuclear waste, and then turn into these creatures. Anyway.
Oh no, go ahead, Andres. Indulge us, please. On the nuclear waste. It was like, were they teamed up with the Toxic Avenger?
Yes, I actually know that person. Yeah, and they're a super team now called the Toxic. Revenge team. They call them. they're roaming in New Orleans. Anyway, long story short, they're superhero team. They're awesome. Anyway,
is Andres trying to fuck Toxic Waste, man?
No. I'm not even sure what he's talking about.
I'm not doing that. I actually work on a big corporation that deals with these toxic waste. Hint, hint. I'm experimenting on something big, folks.
Whenever Andres talks, I just look at Wrath of Khan's apartment behind him and whatnot and think about how much pussy I'd get if I had that apartment. You know what I'm saying?
Dude, I can lease on Airbnb to you. You just got to pay me $2,000 a month.
Well, if I had that piano and all that shit, that long couch, I'd be fucking damn.
You wanna purchase it or rent it? I'm open.
For $2,000 a month, what do I get with that? Do I get everything included plus the stripper?
I mean, no, you just get the place and the furniture
$2,000
and the utility space. That's it.
$2,000. You gotta transport. You gotta transport it out of the state of California, motherfucker. I ain't living in that motherfucker,
Jesus
bro. $2,000 is cheap in my city, in my state, bro. So, is 2,000 expensive for you guys?
I'm moving to Australia. I'm moving to Australia to live with Matt before I'm going to fucking live in California, motherfucker.
Yeah, I'd rather go fight kangaroos and fucking giant spiders than rent a house.
I'm serious. If tomorrow I had a choice either to go live in California or in fucking goddamn Australia, I would pick Australia.
Why? Because of Matt. Okay, what if Matt's not in Australia?
A heartbeat. Because I've heard about Australia from all the I've told Matt all the Australian people I've met have all been good ass fucking cool laid back fucking people, right?
Yeah,
going all the way back to when we were on Rizzle and shit and whatnot. There were Australian Rizzlers and shit and whatnot that were dope, right? They've all been good fucking people.
Yeah,
right? You know what I'm saying? And like seriously, I've studied their politics and whatnot. I watched some of their news and whatnot and all that. I'd fit right in over there. I'd move into fucking California. Fuck that place.
That's why you have to work like 12 hours a day, so you don't have to deal with crazy people.
No.
We'll take it. We'll take you, Jeff. We'll take you.
Wow.
Another asylum seeker. That's all right. We'll have you.
Yeah.
How the hell Australia's going to take Jeff? I think he's.
I'm going to claim asylum. I'm going to claim asylum and say that
they will give you a blood sport welcome.
No, I'd say that the massage parlor variety in the U.S. there wasn't enough variety in the massage parlor, so I was seeking asylum to Australia so I could have.
Bro, they won't give you asylum when you're a sex maniac.
Dude, you don't know, but
that's a question. That's a question on the visa application.
Matt just made it clear that literally that they have more Asian massage parlors per square capita or whatever than anywhere. Oh gosh.
There are a lot. Well, it's we welcome people, all creeds, all colors, all nations. Welcome. Come to Australia.
I think we should start with actually giving people fucking real legit fucking gift certificates to massage parlors. You know what I'm saying? Like, we should just do it and be like, you know what
Hey,
I'm saying?
Andres, you want to be first?
What, in Australia?
No, like Ira or somebody or whatnot, right? Like as their reward for being like really good in the comment section, we'll get their email, find out where they live, and get them an actual fucking gift certificate for an erotic Asian massage parlor.
Yeah, but I don't think they're everywhere though.
They're there just in different levels.
You got to know what to look for, Cyber. Know what to look for.
I mean, you could try. You could try if you wanted to, sir.
Oh, see? That's Ira wants one.
Of course he does.
Look at that, see?
No, just get him a ticket to a Taylor Swift concert because he loves it so much.
I'm telling you. Much better investment.
Massage parlor is cheaper, man.
Massage parlor, much better investment than Taylor Swift concert. Much better. You know what I'm saying? You get a massage and you get laid. It's a win-win, baby.
Hopefully,
it's a win-win, right? And if you're True Knowledge, sometimes they want to have the happy ending first before they massage you, right? That happens. That's actually happened to me before. That's when you have that good knee, sir. Well, even the massage ladies know what's up. They're like, "Oh shit, can we do happy ending first, massagey?"
It's called a happy beginning.
I'm like, okay, USA, let's do it.
All
right.
You'd have to call it that if it's at the beginning, not at the end.
Not the last time I went, but the time before that. That's what happened.
At the beginning.
The girl was like, we do the boom boom first.
Yeah, but Jeff, were you lying face down or face up on the table?
No,
walked in?
I was naked, just like laying on my side, just like waiting for her to come back in the room because I know her. I've been to the place before, and I'm very comfortable with my with my shit. So, and waiting for her to come in, and then I was laid down for my massage, right?
Wow.
But she was like, "No, you don't lay down. We do boom boom."
I want to hear him explain how shitting what has to do with this.
Yeah. We do sucky, sucky, boom, boom first, then massagey.
And then shitty? Wow. And then shitting after?
That's how they talk, man. That's how you talk back to them, but you can't help it.
What, are you talking about Vince McMahon here, Cyber?
Vince McMahon?
Yeah, is he saying he's just shitting?
Jermaine, where are you going to go to the massage parlor, bro? You need to go, man.
I ain't going to none of y'all massage parlors.
You ain't gonna go? All right, let's get back to this Fallout Episode 8 review. You guys are fucking up the show, man. I'm trying to be professional over here. You know? Seriously. Anyway.
It's your fault you started talking about shitting, sir.
I apologize. I've talked about a lot of things, sir. Anyway, so who's Cyber? I still had to go to you last, didn't I? Or did I get everybody in on that one?
I went already.
You already went? Yeah, I think I got it. Jermaine, I got to you on the last question. I did. Yeah. So
not me.
You just ended it, didn't you?
Wait, I didn't even. Wait,
no,
are you talking about?
It was Andres. It was Andres' turn.
Oh, okay. It was Andres. Then you were at the time. I'm sorry, sir.
Yeah. I'm done. I'm good. I can.
You're done, sir?
Yeah, I cannot breathe. I'm sorry.
You're done with the guy in the race? Okay.
He can't.
All right. We're at the time, sir. I apologize, sir. The floor is yours. Again? The stopping point was, I believe, was. Sorry, my laptop turned off for it. The stopping point was basically right before the whole Brotherhood of Steel shows up and there's the whole battle and all that shit, whatnot, all that. Before we go to Maximus and the Brotherhood of Steel part of the episode.
Oh, perfect. Okay, so let's see.
So all the vault stuff with Norm and all that whatnot, right?
And all the meeting room stuff. Okay,
yeah.
Perfect. Okay, so one of the people that I noticed in the whole what do you call it? That meeting room, that corporate meeting room. One of the people that I noticed was, what was his name? Robert. Let's see. I had it in my notes. Robert House. Okay. And that name sounded familiar. Even though if I'm not familiar with Fallout, I learned Robert House, as we saw in the show.
Yeah, he's from the games.
Yeah, from Fallout Las Vegas. And it was really interesting that reading his wiki, I learned that before the Great War, he actually almost caused a civil war because his company put so many people out of employment. Like, he literally replaced their jobs with robots.
Yeah, he's a big robot guy.
Yeah, really big robot guy. Yeah, that was the first thing. What else? Oh, it was so interesting when in the discussion, they all talked about how the Surface people are like their competitors, which I found very interesting because normally business people, they don't think of just customers or random people as competitors. So it's like these people are like more than a business. They're like as if like their own human race is the business. Very interesting, especially with the whole idea of how time is the ultimate weapon of mass destruction and how you win the great game of capitalism is by outliving them. I thought this whole discussion was very interesting. And I know Jermaine says that they don't like to talk about capitalism here, something like that, but it's just like, I like how
I love capitalism, Jasmine.
Oh yeah, same here. But the way how they talk about it in this discussion, it's like really Darwinian, like more Darwinian than like anything I've seen before. Like, bravo to the creators for creating that. Like, that was just mind-blowing.
It's dystopian, kind of.
Very dystopian indeed. And it was also interesting how when we go back to Vault 31, you know, with the Roomba, Brain Roomba guy, stuff like that, we hear in the background, I think it was Bud who says, America outsourced the survival of this country to the private sector. But it would have been insane to keep a failed nation alive. So we kept Vault Tech alive instead. Which is like, so a nation creates a government. Like in just everything. We learned so much more about Vault Tech. We learned more about the Vault people. But then throughout this whole series, we don't learn much about the communists under Moldaver, Drink.
Well, we don't. She said that she's not a communist.
But in the previous episode, she was.
The Vault Tech brands anybody that doesn't go along with them or whatnot, a communist, right? That's part of their propaganda.
I see.
You know what I'm saying?
Well,
yeah.
But like, what do you call her gang then?
All those other actors, whatever, that Mr. C like heard about, whatever, got kicked out, or the director that got kicked, lost his job. They were all supposedly communists. They were just people who wouldn't fucking wouldn't play around with Vault Tech.
I see. Okay, so just call them normal people
because they're just monopolizing everything.
Well, it's just a play on McCarthyism, right? So
yes,
it is.
Yeah.
The red threat.
It is exactly
the red scare.
Yeah.
And it's like, as I think it was Bud who actually says that quote. We notice we see all the pods, those cryogenic pods, and all those people being the handpicked junior executives, and it's just freaky. It's what's gonna happen next? Are these people gonna suddenly wake up and attack Norm? What? And then later,
I would bang one of those chicks in the pod. You know what I'm saying? If nobody was looking, I would just open it up and bang her, and then close it, and you go somewhere else.
Well, we all know you would bang anything, anyways, Jeff. So
that
makes logic.
Cryogenic rape, classy.
Oh my god!
Hey,
why'd you bring it up? Why'd you bring it up, man? Dude. Oh my. Okay. So are you gonna say that when you talk about that secretary Betty, who if you connect the dots?
I'm saying if I lived in the Fallout universe and shit, I would do it.
Oh yeah, so you'd be like the surface people, right? Just like no laws, do whatever.
No, not in the real world. Only in like if I live in Fallout, yeah.
Yeah, your fantasy world.
Yeah,
that's cool. Okay, what else? Let's see. Oh, finally, I don't think anyone mentioned this, but remember how like after like the G-Man was like shocked to hear about his wife being like, by dropping the bombs ourselves. And then when he's like, I'm fine, Betty. Like, did you guys get the connection that the Betty at that scene was also the Betty that we saw ruling Vault? Was it 33 they're from or 32?
33.
Yeah, 33.
Just the connection is just like for a secretary, like I didn't expect her to later on have like this big role. I don't know, just everything's just shocking to me. Like even the secretaries are involved. What the hell, Andreas?
That was the talk where he was going to have sex with a woman in the cryogenic vault. I was like, he will definitely sleep with a bearded woman.
There was no beard. I know.
I already flat out said it. As long as if somebody would just knock that beard off of her, I would smash it.
So it has to be like my beard, like that short for you to have.
No. She would have to. It's gotta come off. It's gotta come off completely. She's gotta pick it up. You know what I'm saying? Like shave it all. You know, it's gotta be like feminized, baby.
Do you think a bearded woman like has a Brazilian or?
All I know is that like. I mean that beard. I don't know.
Or is she double beard?
I don't know what that bearded lady chick is talking about in that video. But if you knock that beard off of her and shit, whatnot, she needs to just get fucked. So I just put it to her.
You get like her 3-day growth. You get rash, mate.
She tossed too much. Yeah, just fucking fuck that out of her.
Okay. Let's see. What's the final one I want to say? Oh, okay. There's a quote that Barb says, and I like to discuss it. I'm just going to discuss more about this, where she says, "This is our chance to make war obsolete, because in our current societal configuration, which took shape without intentional guidance, we have friction, we have conflict, and we have war. And war, well, war never changes." And just saying that as an excuse to like bomb the entire surface, like, is she saying that if you only have one group, which is the Vault group, it's like you'll get rid of war forever? But then at the same time, you know, she says like war never changes. Just a dichotomy of that quote. It's like,
sir, you're getting into like taking things to a very profound level that is almost a little bit too above the bleeding edge level.
Yeah, okay, I'm gonna stop now.
It is interesting though, because you know they always say that the number one purpose of a government is to create war because it creates economies, right? So then if the governing body and the biggest corporation creates these vaults, then what are they going to do? They're going to make sure that they survive. So how do they survive? Kill everyone.
True.
So it's the same as government. Government wants war because it creates economies. And in order for Vault Tech really to succeed in their mission, they need the world to end. Pretty scary, really.
Yeah, I mean, it goes back to, was it Goggins' friend a couple of episodes say that war is product. Like, you're the product, I'm the product. Like, it's everything. It's all about like product, and then like this. What they're talking about is like the Vaults are a product as well to their business for the future, you know. And Raph, that line you brought up, that was the line that's that Rob Plumman say in the games when you start the game. That's the line that I was talking about.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
That's why I like that you went in deep with that line, but also is a great nod to the games, because that's where you hear that start when you start the game. That's from what Rob Plumman, who played Hellboy, says those lines, which is awesome.
I'm liking Ira in the comment section. He's doing really good in there. I'm digging him.
Yeah,
bro, you made us laugh too hard.
Yeah,
but look, I wouldn't go so far as to say that it's all about war. I would say that it's business interests. And specifically as it relates to the government, business interest runs our government. And this is something that I actually teach my students. I'm a school teacher. Our government exists so that businesses can thrive and survive. And if you think about it, we have jobs, we are able to pay our rent or our mortgage and buy a car and food and all the other good stuff. And so from that perspective, that's why government exists. And so I don't teach them about the war perspective. I do teach them about the business interest. And in this particular case, yes, for Vault, war was good for Vault. But I think if you generalize it and simply say business interests, then that captures all different types of businesses, and that's a truer statement.
Okay. Jess,
that was really deep, man.
Jess, did you still have things that you wanted to say?
Oh yeah, I also just want to say that it was also cool to see Mr. G meet Hank McLean, probably for the first time in that what do you call it? The setback, the memories. Yeah.
Yeah, most definitely. Nobody's really mentioned or talked about Hank. But it was interesting having him, kind of there in the background. Don't listen to her. She's lying about everything and whatnot and all that, after not seeing him for like the whole show, basically, right?
No.
No. So you know what? Just to break things up a little bit and whatnot, I've got some actual footage from the episode that I can play. So I'll do that. But first, a little new addition, to the lineup of this. Thanks for Wrath of Khan. Jermaine, I don't think you've seen this one yet. This fine gentleman here. Is fornicating with a hole in a poster against the wall. There you go, folks. That bleeding edge style all the way, baby. That's a good one. Do you like that one, Matthew?
Well, it's just another glory hole, isn't it?
Yeah,
What's on the other side of the wall? We don't know.
Yeah.
I hope it's not concrete.
That's what he's just fucking a concrete wall, basically. Yeah.
That'd be rough.
Or there's actually a woman behind that wall. It's in a very secure, vault that's under that wallpaper.
Hey, don't even get me started. I know what you want me to play, and it's not that one.
Oh my!
I know you want me to play.
This is not my favorite clip, okay?
You got it, woman. Put your mouth around the top of it. Put your mouth on it. That's what I'm talking about. Take the head.
Fuck yeah. Jermaine, when are you going to start playing some shit like that in your show?
We have a different audience.
Dude, Jermaine, you literally talk about like 5 orgasms a day, man. Come on, this is like nothing. This is like little compared to what you guys talk about.
No, 55% of our viewers are women, so
Is that no? Wait, hold on. Are you serious? Is that really your split?
Yeah.
You lucky motherfucker. That's good for you. I mean, your numbers are totally different than ours. But that you should be very proud of yourself because, and I know why you have them. It's because you have so many female guests and female creators and whatnot, co-hosts on your shows. But, that's a really good...
And Jermaine's not a sex maniac. That's one of the reasons.
No, but we talk about
sex every day.
Matthew, you don't understand. They talk about fucking and dick and sex and fucking all kinds of shit, Jermaine, all of them, the whole time. I was just watching their show earlier. They're just as dirty and fucking raunchy as we are.
So they're more dirty than you, Jeff, right?
No, they're not as bad as we are, but it's, it's raunchy as fuck, though, you know what I mean? And they just let it loose. Nobody even holds it back or nothing. They're just like, fuck it. And it's like everybody. It's not just, you know what I mean? But Jermaine is like one of the main people. He just like talks hella shit. But no, that's why I think I like Jermaine so much. He just, you know, he likes to sling that shit talk just like I do. But no, so all I was basically just saying was that no, that's a really good split. It really is because you know, over 80+% of all views on YouTube every day are men. You know, and you know, so you've got less than 20% are female. And we've had splits before like that I thought were really high, where we've had like 35, you know, percent female or whatever. Not that I thought was really high, but we've never gotten up to that high. Good for you, sir.
My bad. I'm sorry. I didn't realize you wanted me to comment. No, it's
I didn't want you to comment. I was just giving you props.
No, you're right. Most of the people that I have on my show are women, but most of the guys that I have on my show are gay, and so I think women kind of like you know, they understand.
Okay, cool. Hey, I love it, man. I love gay guys. I love women. I love your people, man. I can't wait to get some. I'm gonna steal some of them from you and bring them over here and on my show.
Oh dear.
No, I'm not. I would never do that. Anyways, all right. So back to Fallout Episode 8. So where we left out, right? Essentially was where it was explained to Ella Purnell that her mom was turned into a feral G in the Shady Sands nuke bombing by her father, Hank. So going over to Maximus, he's forgiven by the Brotherhood and joins the battle, right, at the observatory against Drink Moldover's forces. Lucy, Drink, convinces Hank to give Moldover Drink the code activating her cold fusion reactor. Maximus frees Ella Purnell's father because he doesn't know what the fuck's going on, but attacks him after learning Hank's role in Shady Sands' destruction. Ella Purnell disowns Hank for his actions after he attacks Maximus. The G-Man, believing his family might still be alive, invites Ella Purnell to travel with him and Dogmeat to find Voltec's leaders. I'll stop there. And I actually do have actual video footage. I wasn't joking. So here we go.
Wait for me. You're not gonna hurt.
Okay. And so, of course, that is New Vegas right there. That Hank's coming across there. I wanted to ask you guys quick before we get into the chunk of the episode that I just broke down. I'll start with you, Matthew. What do you think of the score, the old timey music that they play in the games that they use in the series? What did you think of it?
I love it. I think that everything that's old is new again. I think that the whole thing they've been going through, or I guess the point they're making is that they're going back to a time when things were pure. You know, like I think that the 50s the 50s is known as probably one of the most purest ages. So, you know, they're going back to there. So I really like it. I think the music is great. I like everything about it. I think it's awesome.
What do you think, Ratha Khan? Real quick.
So regarding the music, I actually see it more as like a 1920s, 1930s, because when I saw Boardwalk Empire, great show on HBO, by the way, like the music they had there, which was, you know, during the Roaring 20s, through the Great Depression, it's all similar to what you see in this trailer. It doesn't resemble more of the 1950s or 60s. So I think just the music here is kind of a little bit out of place compared to what we've been hearing in previous seasons, or what we think the timeline is. So I think it's just out of place.
I was a fan of the Skin and Max version, of that show. What was it called again?
Boardwalk Empire.
Oh yeah, it was Boardwalk Empire underneath getting a blowjob.
Whoa! Where did that come from?
Anyways, Cyberneticshark, sir, your thoughts on the music in the series?
Well, just like my mate down under, I really enjoyed the music as well. It brought me back to the 50s, very much so. The same type of deal. Every time I hear the music, it automatically makes me think of like TV shows like I Love Lucy, Leave It to Beaver, stuff like that. So, I mean, it transports me back to the 50s. And I think it's a really great music for, like I said, the aesthetic is very much 50s like. So it really brought me back to that time frame, and it's really enjoyable as well.
Jermaine.
So yeah, it was very nostalgic. I didn't think 20s at all. I was in the 50s, early 60s time frame when I heard everything, and so it kind of brought me back to an age of innocence for America. Getting into the nuclear war and everything that happened in and around that time period. So that's what that's what I thought about every time that I heard the music.
Ira's talking about something in the comment section about slapping some girl's ass or whatever, whatnot. Ira, when I was in high school, bro, when I was a freshman, I played varsity football, and my girlfriend was a senior, and I was banging a senior cheerleading captain, bro. I wasn't slapping butts. I was clapping cheeks, bro. You feel me? In the bedroom, crushing it. So there you go. Just to be clear, and just to be clear too, I banged the other two captains of the cheerleading team that same year, my freshman year, both of them. Not just
bro, what a maniac.
Yeah, both of them. Wendy Ertz and Becky Key. That's right, Becky and Wendy. Y'all know what I'm talking about.
Matt, find their Facebooks.
That's right. young 14-year-old Jeff put it down. Anyways, Andres Pop Culture guy, sir.
No, what I appreciate about what the show did is they were very faithful to the show, and I was very surprised that they brought those songs from the games. That was really cool. I think it helps to really like kind of just give you the vibe what the games are about, and I think that's one of the things that I appreciate about the music here. And I like the songs; they're very catchy, and I think I think everyone brought up before, slap the beer up those women. Oh my god, that is so funny, man. Oh my god. But yeah, the music is awesome. I'm very happy they continue from the games. And I think some of them are from the games, right? I don't know.
Yeah, some of them are. Some of them are. Some of them are.
Yeah, so I really appreciate they went the efforts to do that. And I agree that it's not from the 50s and 60s. It's out of the past, and that's the thing about this universe. Everything's out of the past, and in this like apocalypse universe we're in, so it's very unique.
Well, it is. I mean, and that's based off of where they were at before the bombs dropped anyway. But going back to where we actually were at, I didn't mean to throw everybody off with the clips and all that and whatnot. And then another question. But I'll stick with you, Andre, as a pop culture guy. Where we had left off was I had covered everything up until Mrs. M actually activates the fusion, the cold fusion. Everything up till that point, sir. Your thoughts?
This is the third act, the ending.
Yeah, essentially, yes, going right to the ending. Yes.
Yeah. No, this is spectacular. I mean, the action was spectacular. Like seeing the steel versus the main Californian station was really spectacular. I mean, blood and guts, which is awesome, and yeah, it was. I mean, they really spent no expense for the show, and it's very spectacular. Plus, Miss, El Panel, now knowing the truth about what happened to her mom, and now the dad, she's in like in a pickle, and then of course Max, the friend she had, she became with, he's arrived, and he doesn't know what the dad did, of course, and he gets angry. And by the way, just a total nitpick, he was so stupid. He didn't take his time to listen to his friend, that the dad is the one that caused the Sandy Hook explosion, the nuclear thing, before letting him out. Like, why you did that? It was like, like so right away. It's like, oh, let me take you out, and it's like, but it's also El Pernell's fault because she didn't speak up right away, saying that, oh no, he's the reason that your family's dead, your whole community died, and I just found that scene really bizarre, but. And of course, the dad get into the armor, which was really cool. I want to give a shout out to Kyle, the actor that plays El Pernell's dad. He was fantastic. You haven't seen his performance in the 1984 Dune, Blue Velvet. He's a fantastic actor. Twin Peaks. He really did deliver, like, from the first episode, he was like this very soft and very like daddy kind of person, and then this episode he's this evil corporate person under the skin, and he delivered that so well. Like when he was screaming to his daughter, like, let me out, don't, it was so crazy. And I thought that's him becoming into that armor was like very symbolic of him just being another corporate person, just following these bizarre rules that they set up for in the future. Then of course Galgan came in, shoots him at the face, and I've been asking this the whole question. I hope we get more of this in season 2, the family. And I like how you say, where's my fucking family? And so I'm very curious.
Oh, that's a drink.
I knew it. Another drink. Fuck you.
Why would you say that after that? After you already fucking what the fuck? That's now you just caused 3 drinks, you asshole.
Hey, I couldn't help myself. I'm sorry. I was like, I should say.
Andres Pop Culture Guy, you are the gift that keeps on giving, sir.
Yes, I'm happy now. Woo-hoo. Anyway,
I disagree.
Well, you know what? I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. Fuck you, son.
Don't say it. I was about to, you son of a bitch.
Fuck you, motherfucking bitch.
Stop it now. That's serious. I don't want to slam a fucking beer right now. I don't feel like it.
Well, I'm sorry. You talked to your host here. He's the one that triggered me. And so I have to do it. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, folks.
Cyber triggered you. Okay, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Dude,
I agree with Cyber.
We can see Ant and you get triggered.
That's like that. That's like when I hate to say it, but like when my buddy William from Geek Outlet Podcast came out one time or whatever, whatnot, and because of some beef with some of his people with on our show with me, right? Like actually fucking questioned Cyber on like some shit just because Cyber laughed about something. William thought that like Cyber was laughing at him or some shit in some fucked up way or whatever. I'm like, bro. I told him straight up. I'm like, that's Cyber, man. Like, not one single fucking person's ever had one problem with him at a show ever over anything. Like, he was nobody. Like, what are you talking about?
No, Cyber. No worry, buddy. I still love you. I love you, Cyber. It's just, I just hate you in this moment. That's all. Anyway, overall fantastic third act.
Don't worry, I'm not upset.
Matthew, if you would have seen Andres when he first came on the show, he never would have dropped an F-bomb. It took a lot of building and growth, sir.
I mean, I don't know.
We're all about people growing, and it's good to see Andres. You've grown to such a level to stoop to swearing with like the rest of us now.
Yeah. No, it's all about growth. I like to see Ira going to Thailand and banging prostitutes and massage parlor, going to the massage parlor, growth.
You're not gonna mention growth of Matt or Jermaine?
Look, we're hoping that the Wrath of Khan grows to a level of making his own tea. That's what we're hoping for.
Dude, I can make my own tea, but I'm on the live stream, so I outsource it.
Professional.
Andres,
love it.
You want to wrap up your comments, sir?
Yeah. A fantastic third act and all that. So it's very fantastic. So I'm very excited to hear you guys' thoughts on the finale.
Okay, Cyberneticshark, sir. We still have a little bit of episode left. There's just a tiny little bit, but sir, going up until the point where Mrs. M starts cold fusion.
Okay. Let's see here. So I mean, this end section of the episode It's okay. I didn't find it anything that great. I just found it very exposition once again. I found Ella Purnell a little annoying at the end there when it came to her father, you know, and I just didn't care for like how she would like listen to M over him. So that kind of annoyed me a little bit. You know, irritated me because I'm like, dude, your father, this is your father. You should be listening to your father first. And then maybe, you know, there's an explanation behind it. Yes, I know there's truth to it, but still, it's like, give him the benefit of the doubt already. But anyways, you know, I thought that this kind of section, the fight sequence and all that kind of stuff was okay. I didn't think it was anything powerful or a really fantastic, like, intro to the end. But overall, I thought that there was some really interesting, you know, aspects, you know, the cold fusion being opened, it's starting up the hydro fusion and stuff like that. That was interesting. You know, M ended up turning it on and creating, you know, energy for the place. I thought that was kind of interesting. But, you know, for Maximus, Maximus was an okay character throughout the series. He was pretty fun. And I think he did a decent job, the actor. But I just didn't feel like the conclusion of the episode really was anything spectacular for him. And I wish he would have got a little better of a story there to finish out. But overall, that section of the episode I thought was, you know, okay. Wasn't horrible. Wasn't the greatest. But overall, I thought it was decent.
Yes, Matt, she did keep going. Yes. We kept going. I was like, well, you know what? It's in there, so it must have belonged there. You know what I'm saying? Like that's where it was supposed to go. So of course we roll with it. But she made me finish with the old fashioned style. Unfortunately, she couldn't hang. She couldn't hang the whole tilt.
Well, I have a question. It just went in.
Yeah, Jermaine, you gotta understand.
There's lots of questions, Jermaine. There's lots of questions.
Jermaine, I have not come from a blowjob since I was 19 years old, and I'm 41 now. So, like, women give me head for so long. They're so wet. They're so wet from just the shit I talk and from giving me head for 25, 30 minutes straight or whatever. That, like, you know, at that point, it's like a fucking. It's stopped down there.
Well, hold up, wait a minute.
It slid right in there.
We were in the private chat, so people don't know what we're talking about right now. But
it's exactly right.
Yeah.
It just, Jeff, how could you not tell? You have eyes, right? Or were you in the dark that you cannot see?
She didn't say anything.
He ended up in the dark.
Tell everyone what you're talking about right now.
No, she didn't say anything. Any other woman would say anything. She didn't say nothing for like over a minute.
Like, how do you actually...
It just fell in.
Raph, I videotape all my shit. I don't fuck in the dark.
Did we forget that Jeff has a micro penis?
Oh my god!
So it would slide right in very easily like
6
that.
inches. That's not a micro penis. That's not a micro penis.
In real life, folks, I don't have a micro penis. No,
it's a joke, Jermaine.
Wow.
Yeah,
don't worry, Jim.
It just went in there. From the spooning position
joke we have
on the side, from the spooning position, and I think that's why I couldn't tell, because you can't see kind of down there from that position.
You can't see.
You can't. No, from the spooning position, I really couldn't see down there and tell. No.
You don't want to just change their position and get a better angle. You know, like how when you have a drone, you see different angles of the building before you strike it.
Well, I was busy holding the GoPro. You know? I was focused. I was trying to
Jermaine's reaction, man.
That was pretty funny.
I've seen Jermaine done that. I've done that to Jermaine so many times now. What?
Are you Doc Ock or Doc Cock? What are you? Like, I'm too many things going. How do you do it?
Just ask Cyber. He'll tell you. My library of private videos is steep. It's steep.
Yo, man, I bet you he also has a cameraman too.
No, I don't. I videotape all my own stuff. But the titles of my stuff is great. They're awesome. It's like Wakandan Queen sucks my dick, sucks dick. You know, or whatever. Right, Cyber? Wakandan Queen. Oh my god. Wakandan Queen gets fucked in the ass, right? Or like
Oh, yeah, you got to drink. You need a drink.
Tranny gives me head on these and shit like that.
Very original.
Yeah.
Okay. So you do everything yourself. So do you eat in secret, or do you also eat we can see it while you're doing it?
That's some hoe right now calling me. My phone's ringing. Some hoe.
Okay, answer it live.
Boats and hoes. Boats and hoes.
My phone rings. It's always hoes.
Not your parents. Not your friends.
That's all right. They can wait. Anyways, back to the fall episode 8. Where were we at on our question? Who was talking?
I just finished.
Okay. Good. That's good to know you finished, sir.
The classic way. The classic way.
Just like the guy in the race. Just like the guy in the race. Go over to you, Rathacon. Youth over beauty or whatever the fuck.
Wait, what?
Whatever the fuck. I want to get my phone. Go ahead, Rath.
It's age before beauty, sir.
Whatever.
Age before beauty.
Age.
Whatever.
Whatever. Okay. All right, people. All right. So, if you guys notice, if you listen closely to the code that the Cuck gave to Miss M for the cold fusion, it was 101097. And if you guys didn't know, that was actually an Easter egg for the release date of the original Fallout video game. Mind blown, isn't it? Yeah, exactly. I just thought that was very interesting. And when it comes to the whole fight between the Brotherhood and Miss M's castle, it was very interesting seeing that one part where it's like, they're shooting the rockets, one helicopter is like tilting sideways, the guy falls, and then he gets chopped off by like the other rotor wing. And I'm just like, damn, that was brutal. But knowing the other episodes, it's like they've done worse, like, squeeze in the head, that type of stuff. And it was very interesting how when they were fighting the G-Man in the dark, just seeing how like the G's like, it's dark, shoots a bullet, you see him, and it goes dark and all that stuff. It reminds me of that one scene in the movie War for the Planet Apes when like the apes would like fight the soldiers in the dark cave. Cyber, I think you know about this too. Like just the whole sequence, it's like the light only comes when you shoot the guns, and it's just like it just reminded me of that. It's very cool, very creative. And what else? What else? I also liked how Jeff, we're doing the entire last scene, right?
No, there's still a little bit left. Where I stopped was before Mrs. M starts the cold fusion.
Okay, right before the cold fusion. Okay. And this includes like Lucy killing her mother.
That's a drink.
That's after.
Drink.
Oh, that's after? Okay. Yeah, that's all I have, other than I did not expect during the beginning of the film that we would see in the end that the Brotherhood is fighting Miss M and her team.
Okay. Jermaine, sir. Do you know where we're still at in the episode?
No, I was out.
I know, sir. I know. Call nature. Basically up until the point where Mrs. M starts the cold fusion. So right before the end. The whole battle scene between the Brotherhood and,
So I guess at this particular point, what I was thinking was, dang, dude, like you're there, you're fighting. You don't know if Lucy is. Oops.
That's okay, sir. We're supposed to drink, so.
You don't know if Lady L is there. Lady L doesn't know if you're there. And it's a battle royale, and you don't know if your guys are gonna kill your girl. You don't know anything, and yet you're still fighting. At what point are you going to switch sides, if at all? And that's that was my biggest concern. That was my biggest concern because at that particular point, it was very clear to me that he had like real feelings for Lady L, and it was quite possible that Lady L had feelings for him as well.
Oh, she does.
And so,
remember she was gonna pop his pimple a couple episodes ago.
And so it was just an existential moment for Maximus, if you will, because there's a possibility that the love of his life just might die from the people that he went to go get to actually help save her and her father. There you go for philosophical. God.
What do you think, Jermaine? What do you think? Cyber says that he wouldn't even hit that, El Purnell.
Oh, in a second, those big doe-eyed eyes. Yes, love it. Plus, look, let me tell you something. What is very clear to me.
You hear that, Cyber? A gay man would smash that.
Even Matt and Andres would smash that.
Everyone has their preference.
You see. I see the shots fired, all different directions. I see it, but anyway, I'm gonna let it go. But yes, Lady L.
Oh, please bring it up, Jermaine. Please bring it up.
Bring it up. Bring it up.
Sexy. She was quite sexy. She, yeah. Caught my eye.
It's okay if you like bug eyes. That's all great. I'm saying everyone has their preference.
Yeah.
That's Andres' wife, right?
Yeah.
Excuse me, Angela Bassett is his wife.
But
according to Andres,
he goes backward and forward in time. So it's Angela Bassett in her 40s, Angela Bassett in her 70s. It just depends. We don't know. He hasn't told us yet.
Yeah, when you're time traveling, you gotta be having different pieces of pussy. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't be just having one piece. Or like,
I can confirm, yes, I do have multiple.
Because it's not really cheating when you're a time traveler. You can be married and still fuck other bitches or fuck other women. I'm sorry, women or whatever, right? Because you're in like different realities.
Yeah, actually, my wife and I are in an open relationship, so we.
Oh, shut up, Andres! If you were ever married, brother. You have no idea the balls it takes to actually be openly non-monogamous like I am and like literally put it out there that like publicly on your dating sites and shit and whatnot that like you don't believe in monogamy. And
in what year are you in an open relationship?
He never in no year.
22.
I love Andres pop culture guys to death.
3,099.
But he will
22.
He will never have the balls with any woman to marry her. And then tell her he wants an open relationship.
They probably have balls, though.
It'll never happen.
Lady boys.
See.
Sit them in the corner.
Shots.
Although maybe I've corrupted him. Who knows? I mean, you never know.
Andre, you got to say something, man. Like they're coming for you.
Well, okay. We are open a relationship in the year 2099. If you want to know the year, that's the timeline.
I was only 100 years off.
Yeah, exactly. So, that's what happened. And she's in a relationship. She's in
1,000.
Yeah. So she's in this relationship with 30K Brown, freaking Denzel Washington. That's what she told me when she time travels in the different timelines. Where in different timelines, I'm dating Nicole Kidman, Michelle Pfeiffer.
The hoes are laughing?
Yep.
So the audience are a bunch of hoes?
Yep.
You're lucky. I'm not saying the F word. F you. Anyway, I'm done.
What? I didn't do that. I mean, just a video, harmless.
I was thinking that, if that P. Diddy Juice guy and that girl got together, she might straighten out.
True.
Yeah, two negatives make a positive.
Yeah. Most definitely. I'll tell you right now, if I met Ella Purnell, I know what would happen.
Hot D.
Hell yeah.
Was he gonna share her with a lot of men? Is that it?
Well, Andres, you named a lot of different people that we know from our past. Can you tell us someone that we don't know from the future?
Ooh, the future. That's kind of tough. Yeah, there's 3. I don't know you've seen these shows, but yeah.
You ain't about nothing. You ain't about nothing. I don't even want to hear your mouth, Jack. Even if like 4 days.
That's right. That's right.
I have a lot of questions just about that clip, but Andre,
that's from Jeff's personal collection. That's a young Jeff.
Young Jeff, yes.
That's Jeff's body type.
You're jealous. You're jealous.
Oh God, that guy's a lot taller than I am.
Oh my
How
God.
tall are you?
What's the name of that video, Jeff?
I'm 5'8". Oh, I don't have these videos. There's no titling in StreamYard for the videos.
Oh, I thought that was one of your personal ones, though, that you talked about before.
No, the personal ones I can't put out on StreamYard, sir.
Okay.
Shots. You got to be able to catch these shots. You got to.
Anyways, who's turn? Who is Cyber? Had you just finished?
No, we were. It was.
It was Jermaine. It was Jermaine. Yeah. We stopped with you, Jermaine. Jermaine, did you have anything else you wanted to say?
I don't even know what we're talking about right now.
Okay, then. Well, I'll take that as a yes. All right, Cyberneticshark, sir. You would be next, and then Matthew.
I already went, sir.
Oh, there you go. Perfect. And Matthew.
That was last.
Then Matthew. Oh, look at that. 36 people are watching us. Hey, everybody. What's going on? Hey, Mom. Come hang out with us with bearded ladies and have sex with them and shit and all that. Like, you know, like Matthew said. Come on, Mom.
Jeff, this is not a sex party, okay?
That's what I did. Bearded ladies. Like, I'm copying Matthew from that episode. It was fucking hilarious.
Well, if Khan's mum's watching, he probably needs another tea.
Matthew, I rewatched that shit. You should see yourself. You were laughing your ass off during that whole thing with Mom or whatnot. You were fucking dying, Matthew.
Yeah, that was good value. Good value.
Your turn, sir. Go ahead.
Are we going to talk about episode 8 of Fallout now?
Yes, sir. Please.
Okay. All right. I thought that I was expecting a bit more of the battle, to be honest. I thought it was a little bit of a letdown. For such big and it would look like immobile helicopters, they certainly dodged the heat seeker missiles pretty easily. I thought that they'd probably give up at least a couple. I think only one helicopter gets hit. But I thought it was a bit of a letdown because I was expecting the Brotherhood to come in and really just clean house, and they didn't. You didn't see a lot of that. You saw some of it, but not a lot. I did enjoy. I think Khan made a really good point about that's incredible. The scene with the G in the dark, and I think again, I'm just absolutely glued to the screen every time he's there. I think he's the such key to the success of this. He's amazing. Cyber, you made a good point about Lady L trusting too much about old Lady M saying about her dad, and I think that he didn't do a lot to really. His only defense was, "I'm your dad." He didn't actually defend anything that he did, and I think that, I think that she knew, Lady L knew that was the mum. From the start, she knew that was the mum. She had this sneaking suspicion that was the mum because of the necklace. Absolutely, Jermaine, because of the necklace. But
she did put her down, didn't she?
She does at the end. But so I enjoyed. I thought there probably wasn't enough made of the cold fusion about what it was going to do and what the difference it was going to make. And I also liked that she just pushed the button. She comes back in and she just pushes the button. right? I think that was really cool as well. It wasn't like
you know
this.
What? Go ahead, Matthew. I stopped before that part. No,
you did?
I didn't go all the way to the end. But
Okay.
go ahead. Go ahead, and then I'm just.
Well,
I thought it was. I'm going to go right around everybody. Let them finish.
I thought it was cool that. Well, okay, I'll go through then. I thought it was really cool that the G comes in and knows that he can't use the sweet spot to kill Hank because he needs the information from him, so he shoots him in the face. I thought that was really cool because he wanted to hurt him but didn't want to kill him yet. And then obviously he flies away because he's a chicken shit. He's going to fly away and go to New Vegas. But obviously then I thought it was really cool that then the older lady M comes in and just pushes the button, just starts the fusion. There's no fucking around. She just knows that if it's the last thing she's going to do, she's going to start that. I also am interested to see whether there's a stop button, because if there's a stop button, then surely if the Brotherhood have overrun it, are they going to stop it, or do they want the cold fusion to continue? Like, that's an interesting point. I did love that she puts her mum down and there's no fucking around with it either. Like, she just knows that she's just got to kill her. That was really cool. And then I do love the end. I think that we've now got our trio being G, L, and the dog, and they're on to the next challenge and the next part of the movie, the next part of the series. I thought that was really cool. I also really like that the Hollywood sign is sponsored by Newcomb Cola. I thought that was a really cool touch as well, and that's the last thing that lights up. I thought that was really cool. I thought the ending was excellent. It's left me hanging. I think through it, whilst there's not been a heap of filler in this series, but I think most of the episodes have left me wanting more, and this finale leaves me wanting to know what's going to happen at New Vegas, and then what's going to happen to the three, I guess, one anti-hero and the hero. So I thought it was really cool. I really enjoyed it. I'm out.
Nice one. Appreciate it. Good job, sir. Like a pro. We were at the con, sir. I don't need to explain to you what happens in the rest of the episode. Go ahead and wrap up with your final thoughts of the ending.
Yeah, so I think so after we see, downtown LA all becoming lit, it's like one of the big questions I had was one of the big realizations I had is there's no real clear definition of who the good guy and the bad guy is, because in the beginning, I thought Miss M was the bad person along with their team because they tried to kill all the Vault people. But then in the end, you see that they just want to provide power to everyone. And it's like, you see that with downtown LA. And it's like, when she tells Maximus before she dies that, oh, so you don't think the Brotherhood would use it any differently? Because there seems to be some competition over who gets the cold fusion access. It's like we never really saw much throughout the whole season that the Brotherhood was bad. You never see them genocide the entire, or try to genocide the entire Vault population. You don't see them just going around and attacking random people. If anything, all we see them do is help create peace within the service as best as possible. And with Miss M and her team, it's sure, you try to destroy the entire Vault population, but you also want to give power to everyone to make life on the surface much better, which is also what the Brotherhood wanted to do. And yeah, just the whole idea of there's not really a clear idea of who the good and bad side are, especially knowing that with that dialogue between Hank
Good call.
and
Good call.
Yeah, with Hank, Lucy, and Moldaver. That's 3 drinks, I think.
Drink. Yeah. What was that? Was that a purposeful Bing Bang?
I don't know how else to say it.
name?
I don't know. I just had to say it. I mean, just learning how bad the Vault people are. Only the creators of the Vaults, not the lab rats. Just knowing how bad the creators of the Vault people are, it's okay, at least we have a better definition of who the actual bad guys are. But then it's you have these two factions, Miss M's faction, the Brotherhood, and yeah, we don't know who really the bad people are. I guess we can conclude that Miss M's faction, they did more good than harm.
Well, they're not done. There's more NRC than just her, right? Left. Like that, like I'm just assuming that like when we go to season 2 that there's still other NRC people than her.
New California Republic,
yeah, because they're big. That's that can't be that can't just be all of them or whatever. Like I'm sure they'll still be there in season 2. I would imagine.
And I assume they have like similar motives, right?
In the games, they're big.
They're
big players. They're bigger players in the games than they are in the show.
Yeah. And yeah, that's just the whole philosophical thought that I had in the end, where it's like there's no real clear definition of who the good and bad guys are.
Would you let Ella Purnell give you a erotic Asian massage?
Hell yeah.
There you go, sir. Good answer. All right. Jermaine, sir. Your thoughts on the ending, sir.
So just to kind of piggyback off of what Khan said, basically, everyone wants to do good just in different ways. And that's what struck me about all of the different factions in the show thus far.
The line from Maximus in the trailer.
Yeah, yeah. So and I would have included the Vault as well as one of the factions. So like all of those 3 different groups, they're trying to do something to save humanity, if you will, but in different ways. And they're just fighting each other. And also, when it comes to the 3 of them, that comes from the song that we heard at the end. I didn't think of the dog as one of the 3. I thought of Maximus as one of the 3. And if you think about it, they're all representing something different. Granted, we learned that what name should I give him? Mr. C used to be part of the Brotherhood. That was something new to me. That was something, I mean, for those of you all who played the game, you might have already known that, but I didn't know that at one point he was part of the Brotherhood. That was new information, and I thought it was noteworthy. So he definitely knew something about them, and I wondered whether he was not a squire, but whatever it is that you become when you wear the suit. I wondered whether he had served his time as a knight at some point. And I hope to see more of that in season 2. Since he opened it up in the season finale, I want to see more about that. As it relates to his wife, or I should say his family, I would be pissed if I were him. I would be pissed at his wife. Yes, I understand the desire to want to see his daughter, but to see his wife, no, because she was one of the people who helped to cause all of this. So I might want to see you just so I can kill you.
But if she looks as good as she did back in like the flashbacks, I'd hit it first though.
Of course, Jeff, you will. Of course.
Dude, Jeff will hit anything. Wait, but Jermaine, you do realize that earlier in the episode, they even show like a whole map of the US, and like there's like so many dots of like the different vaults. Right. It's like, how in the world could they miss that? Like, how did the wife just literally like run away from him when the explosion happened?
I imagine that she's somewhere near California. I don't think that she's that far away, especially if one of the nukes hit Los Angeles. She's not that far away.
If I was in the Fallout show universe, whatever, whatnot, my role would be I would come into the vaults and like and fertilize the female vault members and
the crops.
Yes.
Yeah.
The crops. Your bullshit.
In the breeding vaults, I would come in and just as a stud and just impregnate.
Yes, just dropping seeds everywhere.
Yeah.
But so you're just gonna like be that one dude. You just go naked and then you expect them to come.
No,
like the gladiator.
No, not like that, dude. I don't wipe myself off on the drapes. That's what I'm done. I get a towel for a chick when I'm finished with her and whatnot and everything, right? I'm a courteous guy.
You don't do it on the blankets?
No, I get her a towel.
And do you hand her the towel or you just throw it in her face?
No, I hand it to her. or whatever.
Okay, you're a
You know,
gentleman. You're an absolute gentleman.
Whatever's practical.
Absolute
You're the
gentleman.
romantic.
Yeah.
Yes.
By the way, I said this in the private chat. The fact that Lady M supposedly died at the end, I don't believe that she actually died. We're led to believe that she has lived 200 years, and then all of a sudden, by one bullet wound, she dies. I don't believe that. I believe that.
I still don't even understand how she even was alive. Still, I didn't even understand.
And that's the thing.
Still alive. Even that
think
Betty
about this.
girl.
And think about this. Nothing happened to her face. Nothing happened to her body. So I don't believe that she's dead. Maybe she is, but right now, give me evidence to prove that she has actually died.
Do you want her dead?
No, I want her alive to advance the story.
Okay. All right then. So, who do I have left here? Cyberneticshark, sir.
So the conclusion of the episode is pretty decent. It's pretty basic, nothing extravagant. We have that great kind of send off to Mr. G and to L as they make their way. We see, of course, her dad make it to New Vegas. We get that scene with Miss M, and she, starts the cold reaction fusion and has that little conversation with Mr. Maximus. And to go off of Jermaine there for a second, I was just thinking about that, Jermaine. And what if the reason why she hasn't aged is she's a clone? Because they have all this other technology, she could be a fucking clone. She technically, with all the different technology they have, they're able to put brains in robots. They're able to cryogenically freeze people. They're able to create these med packs that cause people to heal. Why couldn't they create clones? So I think that she is a clone of the original M from that time period. Now, I don't know how old that clone lived. I don't know how long ago the original M died, but I think that's possibly where they could go, is she could have been a clone. Because she definitely wasn't a G, because she didn't change like all the other G's changed. So, I mean, even with, if you look at Walton Goggins, his version of the G, he definitely was not he definitely started to deteriorate at some point. And he's been around for 200 plus years. So I definitely think there could be some cloning involved there. Or even robots, maybe even. But overall, I think that the conclusion of the episode was an okay conclusion to the first season. Definitely left a lot of questions, like Matt said. And I think it was a decent ending. It wasn't the greatest. It wasn't the worst. But I thought it was overall decent.
Okay. I believe Andres, you're last, right?
Yeah. No. This was a good few moments of the final episode for us setting up season 2. I think this final part gets you pumping to see season 2 in a really good way. I mean, first off, the shot of the Vegas was really great because, I think, obviously the fourth game, or the Las Vegas, Fallout is the most iconic and popular one, I think, among the community of that gameverse. And so it's really great to see that, and probably be the next setting for season 2, which that's going to be awesome. And I'm curious if, Hank is going to go over there because he knows someone, and, on that. So that's really neat. I was kind of surprised that the lady, I call her Rose, the one that is a friend of El Panan's mother, the fact that she was able to make it to start the fusion was very interesting. I had some theories how she survived. That was the big question for this first season. I agree with Saber, it could be a clone. The other option in the game verse, it could be she's a synth. If anyone knows, in the game verse, their universe there's robots, and she kind of could be like a synth robot, maybe, but we'll see. I don't know if they're going to address that or not. But it is kind of weird how long she survived. this far, you know, compared to our other characters. But also, let's not forget, maybe she's not dead and she is a ghoul, you know, because remember, they can heal up. So she could be a ghoul and just maybe being infected, like just pretending and something like that. But we'll see. But yeah, overall, great final part. I'm very excited for season 2. I love every character, you know, except for, you know, Max, but why not? But yeah, so I'm very curious where we're gonna go for season 2.
Me too. Maybe they'll have season 2 in Thailand. We'll have to see. Anyway,
yeah, of course,
it's called Lady Boy Fallout.
Sounds good. Yeah, I mean, yep, that's game. All right, so let's do ratings. All right, 1 out of 10. Cyberneticshark, sir, what's your rating?
Are we doing just the episode or the full series, sir?
Do the episode, and then we'll go around and do the episode ratings. Then we'll do the series ratings.
Okay. I give this episode a 7. I think it was solid, interesting, but not the greatest.
Okay. Matthew?
It gets an 8 for me. I feel a bit the same as Cyber, that there's a little bit left that could have been better. The battle could have been better, but overall, good ending. Leaves me hanging.
Jermaine?
So I give this particular episode a 9. It answered a lot of questions. It gave me more questions, which is always good. It leaves me wanting more. In terms of the season, I would say a 7.
Okay. I was going to go around and do another round of the season. That's fine.
Oh, my bad.
No, you're totally fine. You're totally fine. Wrath?
9, because it ties a lot of plot points together, finishes off, and also creates new plot points to be looking forward to for next season.
Okay. I'm just pop culture guy.
Yeah, I'll give it a 10. I really enjoyed the series finale. Yeah, it gave me all the answers, and it gave me excitement for the season 2, and they delivered that, which is good.
Okay. All right, so let's do seasons now. The season rating. Matthew, what's your rating on the full season?
9 out of 10. And I could. Yeah, 9 out of 10. I think it's great. I was very surprised, not knowing anything about the game, never played it before. I thought the world building was amazing. I think it has just asked so many questions, and I think that season 2 should be able to up it and go to the next level. But I think it's a really good base. I really, really enjoyed this. It was great. I think all the main characters made me feel something about them, which is important, and especially, as I said, you know, whenever the G is on the screen, I'm glued. So please make season 2 more about his journey. If the rest of them die, I don't particularly give an F, but as long as we see what happens about the G, I'm all in.
That's how I feel with the V. Wrath, your season rating.
9 out of 10, very close to 10 out of 10. Just so great. Hooks anyone who's not really familiar with the Fallout series into the universe.
Yeah, if you played the games, it's even like that makes a difference too. Cyber, overall season rating.
I give it a 9 as well. I think that it has a lot of potential. It was interesting, but there was definitely a couple episodes that just weren't a little too fillerish for me, so I'd have to give it a 9.
Yeah, episode 7 was rough. I'm just a pop culture guy. Season rating.
9.5 out of 10. I'm in majority with the people. I think it was such a fantastic show. This is my first of the game adaptation. And I think this is top tier. I feel like they need to fix some of like the filler episodes. I kind of wish they need to tighten up that storylines a bit better and the pacing. But overall, I was so happy. I was just engrossed with the characters that we have here, and the pacing was, at least decent, and the universe was very unique. Never seen before. I love those retro aesthetic, you know, like Loki and Disney Plus. Like I really enjoyed that kind of aesthetic, and I really like that. So I'm very excited for season 2. Let's go.
Okay. Well, you have to wait a little bit, sir. All right, Jermaine, you dropped a 7 of the season?
Yes, I did.
All right. I'm going to give episode 8 a 8. I'll give the season a 8. I think it's fair. I like the show. I'm not as enthralled with it as some of you others, you know, on the panel. That's okay, right? I really dug Shogun. That was like my shit. But like, you know, hey, House of the Dragon's coming up. The Acolyte's coming up. We got some good shit coming up. So you never know what next show might be, you know, 10 out of 10, right? You know, and being on the MCU's Bleeding Edge and being in the audience and whatnot, everything, enjoying all this entertaining, you know, lady boy, you know, having sex with cryogenic women, you know, 5 prostitutes a night budget. It's very entertaining stuff here. You know, so all right, y'all, it's plug-in time. I want to, you know, focus on the panel, so I'm gonna skip my plug to the Rose and Gold massage and spa parlor. I was gonna plug, but I will
probably the only plug that matters, mate.
I will plug the Savage She-Hulk massage and spa, of course. I recommend it. You know, for anybody who likes a little bit of pleasure and some pain, right? There you go. They'll taste everything. You know what I'm saying? Jermaine knows what I'm talking about.
Not with She-Hulk.
No She-Hulk for you?
He-Hulk.
Oh, He-Hulk. Okay. All right, sir. You have a good luck with Hulk in the bedroom, brother. Anyways, you know, that'll be the next episode of the Bleeding Edge, folks. It's coming soon. I promise. We'll start with you, Andres, the pop culture guy. Since you are, you know, you are number 1.
Oh, really? Oh, awesome. Hey, everyone. Andres, pop culture guy. Thank you, guys. Thank you, Matt, Jermaine, Raph, being in this panel. It's been awesome. I'm so sad for our 5 reviews are over. So, just quickly, I just did 2 episodes. I did my top ranking of the MonsterVerse films, the Godzilla and Kong films from Legendary, and just to wrap up the main stuff, I just put my Amazing Spider-Man 2 respected review. And tomorrow, start of June, I'm gonna have the Matrix 25th anniversary review. So watch out for that, because me, Jeff, and Cyber did the review of the first film, and of course the second film, Reloaded. But yeah, so that's right. Thank you so much. And next live stream review, me, Jeff, we're going to do Jackie Brown. That's going to be awesome.
Woohoo!
Yeah. So that's going to be our start of June, which is great. So thank you guys for coming, and it's been awesome journey for the Fallout. You
cannot go wrong with reviewing a movie that like Jackie Brown.
Nope, no, it's my favorite of the Terry films.
Everything is your fucking favorite, dude.
You know what? Thank goodness we're done with this review.
Cyber, how many favorites in the last month has Andres had?
Oh, at least a dozen.
Oh my god, these 2 mother effing clowns. Fuck you. Fuck you.
You know what? You're still making me drink. We're at the end of the show and shit. Here, I'm trying to not drink, and you're making me drink. Okay. You make me open up another beer? That's fine. Okay.
This is the best night ever. Oh yes, Jeff. Cheers, brother.
Cheers to you, brother. I love you, brother. All right. Fantasy is reality. Where they stole our drinking games and they're over there killing them.
Yes, fantasy is reality. So far, we are. Oh, look. We are covering Interview with the Vampire. We are into the 2nd episode. We are. Oh wow. And it's doing pretty good. It's doing pretty good. Not as great as season 1, but we haven't gone live yet. And I'm trying to get my people to go live. But yeah, right now we're covering Interview with the Vampire.
Jermaine, it's interesting, however, since you started coming back on the Bleeding Edge, your numbers Steep a little higher.
Yeah, every time we cover Interview with a Vampire, we get.
Okay.
Yeah. Interview with a Vampire is like that's our bread and butter.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Jimmy, I thought you had a sex podcast this entire time.
No, that's a star. He's a host on a Star Trek podcast, YouTube channel, not a podcast, YouTube channel. Right? It's not even a podcast, is it, Jermaine?
No, it's not a podcast.
It's a YouTube channel. Yeah, it's a YouTube channel. Right? And
the one where you went in and talked about 5 orgasms.
That's Trekker's Delight.
Oh, I don't know where you're getting this 5 orgasms.
Why are you so concerned? There's so much other shit that happened in that show besides that.
I know, alien stuff. No, that was the most memorable part out of the entire episode.
No, I thought the most memorable part was when I said that my question to everybody had to bring a question to the show to Jermaine. Remember, my question, Jermaine, was out of these 2 characters on the show that I can't tell if they're men or women or what the fuck is going on, right? Who do you think would be better at bed?
Wait, what was the question?
It was a long time ago, sir.
Yeah, 2 years ago. 2 years ago. But yeah, fantasy is reality. We do reality shows. We do fantasy. We do science fiction. So check us out.
There you go. And look, it's Chloe's Owl approved. There you go. Because the stamp with Chloe's Owl approval. All right. Bored to watch. If I could do an Australian accent, I do it right now, but I can't. But hats off to President Crocodile Dundee. What's up, Matthew? What's up with Bored to Watch?
That's right, mate.
That was good, Cyber. That was really good.
Cyber's got a pretty decent Aussie accent.
He does. He's welcome. Please come join. Yeah, Bored to Watch another week. Thanks, mate. I won't do an American accent because it's downright disgusting what I would try.
Do it. Please do it. Please.
No, I'll save it for another episode. Mate, we're having a good couple of weeks. We've just released our Aliens episode, which was great, and yeah, we've had a little bit of an uptake with our YouTube channel. We've had our famous Bloodsport video go berserk again and have another 600,000 downloads, which was pretty amazing. So yeah, mate, we're loving it. We've got we're actually gonna record an episode with the MAM podcast, the Middle Aged Man podcast. They're gonna come on as guests.
What?
Good. Yeah,
when?
So we're gonna get them on in the next month. So this is Jeff, you're a facilitator. You put people together.
Oh, I'm so happy about that.
So they're going to come and do an episode with us, which will be awesome. And and as we tick off the people, I'm sure we'll get to the wonderful guests that are on the show here today, and they'll come on to Born to Watch as well.
Where's that damn Bloodsport video at? Is it in your shorts or your regular videos?
Nah, it's in the regular videos. Keep scrolling down. There it is.
There it is. 1.8 fucking million views. Look at that shit.
Yeah.
Holy fuck.
Yeah. Well, obviously I created that video, the final fight, the Bloodsport. All I did was cut it and put it up, and it
Look
just
at that
went
shit.
berserk.
Look at YouTube magic right there, folks. This motherfucker just cut some fucking Bloodsport out real quick and whatnot, and got 1.8 million views and 8,000 fucking subs out of it.
I got 7,000 subs out of that one video. Unbelievable.
Jesus Christ, dude.
I didn't have to do anything either, except they won't let me monetize, but shit happens.
That's why
I'm here for the content, not the money.
That's why I'm TrueKnowledge, folks. I've known about that for like a year, and still I'm not even tried copying it and like cutting 9 minutes out of some other movie and putting it up to see if I can do the same thing.
Does nothing for me financially, but it's definitely helped grow this.
It's fucking cool, dude. Hey, you know what? It makes me feel like I'm fucking mad when you get 1.8 million fucking views on your shit.
Well, that and apparently having sex with ladyboys 20 at a time.
Cyberneticshark, sir, the floor is yours.
Hello out there, folks. So if you enjoy me here on the panel or as a moderator, you can check out my solo content under Cyberneticshark. I can see my most recent upload there is the War of the Planet of the Apes. I've been doing the reboot series. If you want to check out all 3 of them, you can check it out in my little toolkit there, where the series is a part of a wonderful little cache. And as you can see, I got Rise, Dawn, and the War of the Planet of the Apes up. I will have Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes up soon. I just got to edit it. I already filmed it and all that good stuff. But if you haven't checked out War of the Planet of the Apes yet, definitely check that out. As you can see, my most recent short there is a movie called Boy Kills World, which is a fantastic film. If you're a fan of Scott Pilgrim versus the World, this film is very much similar to that film. A little better than I think Scott Pilgrim versus the World, but it's a really great film. Fantastic, great cast. Bill Skarsgård is great in it. Check that out, that mini review. If you're a fan of Shocker, definitely check out that mini review too as well. But yeah, I'll be having more reviews up soon for you guys. I'm trying to put out one every 2 days. I have quite a few already recorded. So I'll also be putting out my 10 best films of 2024 so far up here shortly in the next week or so, because we're coming into June. So it's the halfway point of 2024. So I'll be putting that up as well. Yeah, I just hit the 1,100 mark. I'm at 1,102. So thank you for all those keeping on subscribing. You guys are rocking it. And yeah, if you enjoy my stuff, please leave comments. Please, if you have suggestions or anything like that, and all that kind of good stuff, coming soon.
There you go. All right. Everybody in the panel, I love all of you. Thank you so much. Great show. Jermaine, appreciate you, bro. Wrath, thank you, man. I'm a pop culture guy, sir. Fuck you. Drink. I love you too, sir. Matthew, from More to Watch, from Down Under. Good to see you, sir. Appreciate you.
Thanks for having me.
Cyberneticshark, sir. Always good to see you. Folks out there, we love you. All of you that caught us live tonight, we appreciate you. All of you that catch us in video form and audio form, I hope you enjoy the show. If you do, support us, right? Again, you know what to do. Make our stats bigger. We like bigger numbers, right? So just whatever you got to do, hit the buttons and shit and whatnot and make it happen, right? We're almost 50K subscribers. So, you know, some more of them would help. Everyone counts. And in the meantime, you know, as the bearded lady says, you know, may the bearded lady bless you and keep you. And
he dedicates 8 hours a day role-playing as a toddler.
I'm in baby mode on and off all day.
And Jess's daddy is caring for her.
I'm 20, but not really because I'm 5.
Adopted mommy and daddy who are totally comfortable with me